Hypocrisy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law Splaining the Interwebs. I'm your host, Nick Ricada of Ricada Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. And with me tonight, this Friday night, is my boy Camelot. How you doing, brother?
You just can't keep us apart.
Can't. Too much gay has happened.
Too much, man. That's dude. I've already got so many DMs. It's like, so what'd you do, Nick? And I'm like, come on now. We can't tell tales out of school. Damn it.
Can't tell tales out of school. Plus, there's not enough DM space for what we did. You got to start doing with what we didn't do.
Dude, it was wild. It was.
We didn't play chess.
No.
Didn't play checkers.
Oh my god, dude! It was.
Played ring toss.
We played hide the pigtail. That's what we dude, it was the wildest Vegas trip, funnest Vegas trip I've had, and I've been to Vegas 14 times now, 15, 14 times.
Wild,
easily the
man.
best one. Easily.
I can't get over how much fun I fucking had. Like legit, I'm just like, man, that was good. Like Lady Raggeds is exhausted. She is not like the crowds and the lights and like the constant interaction with people. Like she's good coming to events and stuff like that, and she's super sweet and polite and hangs out with everybody and talks to them. But like just the people everywhere, wherever you go in Vegas is very overwhelming. That's why we live out. One of the reasons we live out in the middle of nowhere, right? It's like less people.
Yeah, the first night, or maybe even the second, I can't remember. She was just like, woo! And we were all like, woo! And then like the third night, she was like, woo!
Yep.
And then the fourth night, she was like, I'm not coming out of the room. I'm done with y'all.
Her emotional bank account was fucking overdrawn right away.
Yeah, dude.
Right away.
Yeah, dude, gone.
But it was a ton of fun. But Nashville's gonna be a ton of fun too. I don't gamble, so like the fact that it's in Vegas is really just that it's in a place with stuff.
Yep.
And Nashville's a place with stuff too. So I think we're gonna have a shitload of fun there.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to have a race, but I'll probably just dip out of it. You can dip out of one. It's not like I'm gonna be winning no championships anyway.
What if you are though?
Well, shit.
Then
I don't think it's gonna be a thing because I don't have enough money to be competing like that. But yeah, I'll probably just dip out anyway because I enjoy meetups more than almost anything, to be honest. So
yeah, they're this unique opportunity to put names to faces and just say hi to people in a way like we get to know people in chat a little bit, but it's the same way that you guys get to know us. Like you get to hear our stories and stuff like that. We see chats that you guys send, either super chats or regular chats, get to see the same names, the profile pictures, and we have to kind of fill in the blanks. And so then when you get to meet someone in person, sit down, see what they order for breakfast or whatever, you get to know them. And that's actually really fucking cool for some of us. I mean, not everybody likes that stuff. I do. I love meeting and talking to people.
yeah, most everybody I met was pretty cool. Like there was that one guy that didn't bathe, but mostly everybody smelled ice.
Hey, that was just me.
Yeah. No, that one dude that made me do an Irish car bomb. I'll never forgive that guy.
Oh, dude,
I did not want to do that.
I was not around for that, and I'm so fucking glad because that sounds hideous.
Dude, I don't like beer. I don't like any of that. Dude, I hate all that shit. And it was just like he just made me. He was peer pressured me, and then I was gonna take a sip, and then I just as soon as it hit my lips, I was like, well, I can't be a bitch. So I just did the whole thing, and I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah, I would have sipped it. I would have sipped it down. Just
didn't even pay me for it.
Gross.
You got to pay me to drink weird shit. Like.
Speaking of drinking weird shit, I got beef with you, motherfucker.
Wait, what? What'd I do? Oh, wait. Is it the fight milk? Or is it the weird concoction? Oh, yeah. Ooh. So, yeah. So I filled the fridge in our suite up with these bitches. And Nick was like, man, I need something like to drink. And I was like, dude, just drink a White Monster. And it's over now.
Dude, they're so fun. They're so good. I hate them. I don't want them to be good. I want them to be shit.
Oh, yes. Oh my God. It's like if Jesus was liquid. Like if they could have ground him up into liquid, he would be this for sure.
Yeah.
Praise Jesus.
Hey, Selena Redwine. It was great meeting you as well. It was awesome.
Which one was Selena Redwine?
Wait a minute. I'm trying to think.
Was she the short hot one?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Selena, were you the one? You and your hubbo there paint Warhammer minis, challenging me on my name remembrance. You gotta realize, I was telling the story on Jeff's stream that I was so drunk. I don't remember. Lady Raggets took me to the bathroom after the show because she didn't trust me to go in the men's bathroom alone. So she took me into the family bathroom. And I'm like, I went to the bathroom after the show. I have no memory of any of it. Like I was so blitzed.
You were
sober up after that night. It was good.
Yeah, you were ruined. It was great to watch. It was fine. Like you didn't do anything wild. It was just funny because you were just gone.
No, I mean, before the show even started, I was like 6 shots deep, 5 or 6 shots deep at least.
Yeah.
And then people kept bringing the shots on stage. It was nuts.
Yeah. The only evidence from it, well, actually maybe the end of the show exists, but the only evidence from it is when we're in my hotel, or we're in our hotel room and I'm playing some Journey. It's not that bad. It's pretty good. I mean, it's terrible.
Your playing was fine.
Yeah, the playing was great. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. Selena Redwine is not who I was thinking of. Selena was sorry, you have dark hair in your picture. See, this is the thing. Dark hair in your picture. Selena was in a maroon sparkly dress, blonde hair, short. I signed her hubby's glass that he was drinking out of. There you go. I remember y'all's. I remember the red wine part of y'all's name. So I remember that. So that was
Dude,
but
I don't remember.
Placing names to everybody is tough. It's easier when you see people again, but that's why I want to do more of these meetups, of course. Give people the opportunity. And I hope everybody who went had enough fun to consider coming to the next one and to tell other people that if they come to the next one that, they'll, they can get various things signed. They can sign various things. I mean, someone signed my naked body. I don't know.
I signed titties. A couple, actually. Signed a couple titties. Not the one I wanted to, not the hot brunette girl though.
You're gonna go on about her forever.
She was
your type.
She was
your type too. Yeah, we've talked about it.
She was like 24, I think. Jesus. Yeah, man.
He looks up.
I'll just keep thinking about her, man. I can't help it.
Oh shit. We will be joined by DUI Guy in a little bit. We may be joined by a couple other people as well. We'll see if they decide to pop into the show. Otherwise, it'll be just us and DUI Guy whenever he gets there. I think he might have some things to say about the Murdaugh trial a little bit. We're not going to get too serious on the show tonight. But yeah, it was just happy that you showed up at Mad at the Internet today. Oh God, what for? But yeah, we've got some stuff to talk about, stories to tell, laughs. What's going on in the world? Like, is anything happening out there? I'm barely connected to reality.
Yeah, I'm like not able to keep up anymore. It's like the trans snowball keeps coming in. It's just getting larger. Oh, what about the dude? So the guy finally got put on paid leave because he was caught not wearing his giant titties like out in public. The school teacher that wore the prosthetic
he wasn't
titties.
wearing them?
No.
Oh shit.
He was
like, no, they're real. They're real.
He was trolling everybody, and he got caught finally, and he got put on paid leave, which is funny because they know he's trolling now. They're like, oh, dude, he was fucking with us, and he was proving how the whole movement's just dumb as hell, and you can just say whatever you want, and people will like say you're brave or whatever. And then
they have to. They're not just that they will, they have to.
They put him on paid leave, even though they know all this, because they know that like if they don't put him on paid leave, he can just sue them for any reason. There it is.
Oh my God. Man. What a fucking disaster.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
And I assume you saw the drag queen story hour thing that they did.
Oh my God.
With like the little babies on the floor and like the drag queens doing all these weird dances. Like, dude, like it's just, here's the thing. it's just fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like it's like I'm not a psychologist. Like I don't know if the baby's gonna remember flashing lights and a drag queen like doing the splits around them. Like I'm not gonna be like, that's gonna ruin the baby forever. Cause I think there's a lot of shit that's probably worse for a baby than that. I'm not saying it's great, but I'm just saying there's probably something worse. But at the same time, why the fuck are you like, what's the point? Why is this happening in the first place? That's what I don't get.
The thing that like butt hurts me the most is how when you mention shit like this ever happening anywhere, you'll be like, oh, they're doing this in front of children. They're getting naked or they're operating on children or giving them hormones. People will always jump in your replies in mass and they'll say, oh, that's not happening. You're just exaggerating. That's not happening. But we see video evidence every day of a bunch of 6-year-olds in front of a freaking naked dude with a thong on. And then I'm like, dude, how can you claim it's not happening when I'm looking at this shit right now? Oh, that's just one example, bro. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's like, and to be clear, in my like 4-year-old, like there's this like weird, they're a baby.
Yeah.
So I don't think they give a fuck. But then very quickly, I think it matters a whole lot, right?
Yeah.
Like the 4 or 5-year-olds or whatever, 6-year-olds, just don't think a drag show is for them. I don't think a drag show is for just about anybody. But yeah, but I just don't get like what the impetus is. I don't get like, wow, you know what we're gonna do? So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this show for some kids. You know, that'll be fun. It's like story hour, and they're like, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to play the flashing strobe lights like it's a fucking 1989 rave. And then we're going to do the splits with our balls touching the ground in roller skates.
Yeah.
Wait, why don't you just like read a book? Like, could you try reading a book to the babies?
That's what they started with. And now it's not okay. Like they had to up the game because what it is, it has nothing to do with the drag queens or whatever. It has nothing to do with them trying to do their thing. What it has to do with all the people showing up. If you notice the kids that are there, their moms that are there are all young, mid-20s, early 30s white women, and they're all trying to get that clout tea to appear superior.
Yeah.
I took little Johnny to a drag king because I support these people. It has nothing to do with what they're actually seeing, nothing to do with any of that. They just want to appear as morally good people. And then all of a sudden their 16-year-old freaking goes up in the school and starts going ham on all the other people. And you wonder where all the suppressed trauma came from. It came from balls being on his face when he was 6 years old in the club. It was your fault. I'm telling you, man.
Balls on his face when he was 6 years old in the club. Why is a 6-year-old in the club?
I don't know, man. I don't get it, and I'll never understand it. And it makes me not want to reproduce because I'm scared. Like, what if in 10 years I have a 7-year-old and he's like, hey, our school's gonna have a drag queen now, or they're gonna get naked, and I'm excited. And I'm like, Johnny, you can't go to that. That's a little weird. And then suddenly he gets taken away from me because I am not inclusive enough, and my social credit score drops below what is supposed to be maintained to have children. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not looking forward to this shit. Like, oh god, it just seems terrifying. Your kids will have to be involved this time. I'm like, what?
How about we get a guillotine involved?
Yeah.
No, it's fucking weird. Look, as I've stated many times on the show, I support all kinds of levels of degeneracy. But there are places where it's completely inappropriate.
Yep.
Right? Like, you know, I'm all for, sleeping with your spouse. Don't sleep with your spouse in front of kids.
Canceled.
Like, that's weird. That's
Canceled.
weird as fuck.
Oh, dude. Speaking of that, a little segue. Did you see that?
Okay.
Did you see that article like a month ago that was suggesting like bringing your children, like your young children, into like the room while you and your wife have sex, and maybe include them? And it was all over Twitter for a little while, and then got memory hold immediately. It's like, no, I'm not including my children in this shit. No, it's not going to happen. See that? It's just.
No, I don't remember that. Holy fuck. Yeah. Does anyone have a link?
Dude, I retweeted it a while ago. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Here we go.
Include your children in like the process. Like, let them be there while you're making love, and it's a good way to educate them. And I'm like, how about they stay as far away as hell? Oh man. Hopefully you can find it. Maybe because I remember that. I could be wrong though. That'd be weird. While
Like,
Yeah, if anybody
you could have
finds it, yeah, put
I
message.
found a different thing about like someone saying it's weird to have sex with your children are when your children are home, and that's like too far the other way.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
like
that
yes. Somebody said they saw it on Twitter. Yeah, if somebody finds it, send that shit. 'Cause
Yeah,
that
send it
was
over.
wild. That was wild as hell. Honestly, like I don't like you said. I don't really care if there's degeneracy happening. I'm pretty like I'm okay with anything. Like and if I'm not okay
I found that out in
personally,
Vegas.
yeah, exactly. But if I'm not personally okay with something, I'll just dip out. But I don't really care what people do. But why do they? It's almost like it's in spite of people not being okay with it. The small percentage of people that don't really care for it, they're like, you know what? Since you don't care for it, I'm involving children. And I'm like, why could you just not involve the children? Like, can we just not do that?
It's like,
We have
I
one
don't
thing.
care. I'm 40.
Yeah.
That's an 8-year-old. Fuck off with that. That's way different. This is
Yeah.
my spirit and will has been destroyed and beaten down by the world forever.
It was like that video, and it was the gay choir. And like
Oh,
the
that was
lyric,
so fucking weird.
The lyrics were like they said, "We are coming for your children." And of course, everybody was outraged, right? And then it turned out like 12 people that sung in that choir on that video were registered sex offenders. Shocking. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're like, lol, it was just a troll. And
Yeah,
it's like,
just a troll.
dude, that's a weird troll.
Yeah. It's like Joseph Rosenbaum if he wouldn't have died. It's like he's like, oh, bro, this is the 6th child you've been convicted. It's like, oh, that's his defense in court. Oh, dude, it was a troll.
Yeah.
And actually, I was just gonna see how you guys reacted. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Let's see. So we got Know Your Meme has it here. We've got some stuff about this. I don't know. This isn't quite. Yeah, this is just a tweet that says having sex when your children are in the house is weird. Full stop. If you want to have sex that bad, do it when no one's in the house. I guess.
What?
Maybe you don't have more than one children. Have someone babysit your kid. Have a babysitter. Look, I really got to bang one out. This is probably going to take, 35 minutes all told. I need a babysitter. Yeah. Okay. That's rent a hotel. They don't need to hear that because it can be incredibly traumatic. Do better. Well, why are you? And again, these weird circumstances. How loud are you while your kids are around?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be screaming in craziness, but
yeah. All I know is like when I would like overhear that when I was a kid, like it was so jarring, and I couldn't even fathom being in the same room. God, I can't.
Wait, you heard your parents having sex as a kid?
Well, yeah, dude, I grew up in a trailer park, so they were like 7 feet away.
Yeah, you heard the neighbors having sex.
Yeah, dude, like the whole trailer would be rocking and shit.
So. Okay, well, I grew up too bougie in the outskirts of Houston, Texas, in the city limits. But our house was separated enough, thank Christ, that I never actually heard that. I didn't even consider the thought of my parents having sex till I was in my like mid 30s, and then it was like, oh yeah, I guess. Like either my mom or my dad told like a joke, and I was like, oh yeah, oh god damn it. Like,
yeah. It's like, oh wait, I got here. There's a reason I'm here. Yeah.
Well, no, I just figured they stopped. They got it right, and then they were done. Of course.
Yeah, it's a pretty terrible thing to think about. To be honest,
it just wasn't anything I ever thought of. Like it's not like I thought that they stopped or whatever. It just never entered my mind. And then, yeah, they made a joke, and it was like, oh yeah, I guess they probably did. But it was jarring because I never had the like walk in on your parents' experience. Thank God. Never heard that. Never did anything. So that was good times.
Yeah.
But no, it's weird. People get really weird about all of this fucking stuff. But no, I did hear about what is it? Tennessee? They passed a law saying no trans shit for kids or something.
Praise Jesus. And you know what's weird about that is the fact that every day when any of us voice our opinions, right? I just don't want children involved. That's pretty much where I like draw the line. It's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. Yeah. And you'll say that, and people will be like, oh, well, they're not operating on kids anyway. You're just being extreme. And then Tennessee will pass a law like that. Oh, we're not going to operate on children. We're not going to give hormones. And then suddenly those same people that said they're not doing that are mad about it. But you said it wasn't happening, so why would you even care in the first place? I'm so confused.
Yeah, here we go. Tennessee becomes first state to pass legislation restricting drag shows. Bill was signed into law by Republican Governor Bill Lee and comes as a photo taken of Lee in high school is circulating, seemingly showing the future governor dressed in drag himself. I mean, with this on the podium, how could you not have overturned the bill? I mean, I don't know. Speaking of, what's up, Sean?
Not much. How are you guys doing?
Good, brother. Good. Welcome to the show. We're talking about this bill from Tennessee that they're restricting drag shows, I guess.
Oh no.
So
what are the kids gonna do now?
I don't know. Like that's their main source of entertainment in 2023.
So what are they restricting the drag show entirely, or are they restricting children going?
Let's see. Will officially begin restricting drag shows after Republican Governor Bill Lee signed a bill into law restricting adult cabaret performances, which it defines to include topless dancers, go-go dancers, exotic dancers, strippers, and male or female impersonators. The law. See, I'm not for banning everything, but I am for keeping kids away.
It says in the 4th paragraph that it puts an age restriction in place to ensure children are not present.
Oh, wow.
And that's fine.
But this is just like taking your kids to Hooters.
Yeah.
Except the Hooters lady has her tits in your mouth. And you're 6 years old.
Okay, so it's an offense for a person to engage in an adult cabaret performance on public property in a location where the adult cabaret performance could be viewed by a person who is not an adult, and it expressly preempts an ordinance, regulation, restriction, or license that was lawfully adopted or issued by a political subdivision prior to the effective date. So if you have like a permit to have a topless party in a public park, this preempts that and you lose.
Well, this kills like drag queen story hours at libraries.
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
First offense is a class A misdemeanor. Second or subsequent offense is a class E felony.
Although, like, I'm not gonna lie, if you got drag queen story hours, like, we're gonna read the Turner Diaries. Like, okay, I could do that.
Yeah, but the issue is like I don't
think Camelot knows what that is.
It's totally fine, right? But the fact that like you have to show up in high heels with your ass pads on and you're like quadruple D titties and you're sitting there and you got your like weird prosthetics on and all this stuff on to appear like as overly sexualized as possible. And it's like
except for shoulders that are 8 times as wide as mine and a beer gut to fucking match it.
Yeah. And then they're like, okay, now we're gonna read to you. And I'm like, couldn't you just read to me in the first place without being all like ridiculous looking? I don't understand.
Yeah, or wear like a Hillary Clinton pantsuit.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Like that'd actually be kind of funny. Like, I love dressing up like a woman.
Get actual women, maybe actual women to read to the children.
Whoa! It's Women's History Month, Camelot, and don't you know we don't let them read?
Thank God.
We just let them hold glasses of red wine and books at the same time, but they're not allowed to read the books. They just
they solve crimes on Netflix now. That's all women do.
We must not impart any knowledge on them, please. No.
Speaking of solving crimes on Netflix, Murdaugh's guilty. That's good.
Isn't that wild?
What do you think of that, Sean?
I mean, they didn't do it right, but I know the jury's like, yeah, fuck it, and they that's all it was.
They didn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it for me.
I was on with Sarah Gonzalez today from Blaze, and that was basically what I said. I was like, look, even if he did it, the state did not meet its burden. Yeah. Like that's the problem. And if they'll do that to him, they'll do it to anybody. And the reality is they do it all the time.
Oh yeah. That's the thing. Like the prosecutors routinely make references during closing arguments, violating 5th and 6th Amendment rights all the time.
Yep.
You find the police lying all the time.
That's one of the worst ones.
And you know what that cop does later? He still got a job. And it's not like he's sweeping out the police cars later. No. He's still a detective.
Yeah, the worst part about that is that the cop lying benefits the prosecutor, and the prosecutor's the one who would prosecute the cop for lying in that district.
Yep.
It's an incestuous system because and I'm not saying all cops lie on the stand all the time, even though all cops I think will. I'm going to just say it. I think they all have the propensity to do it. Lying is a part of the investigative part of cops' jobs. They're allowed to lie to you. They're allowed to lie to witnesses, to anyone else, to try and get to the bottom of it. and that lie doesn't invalidate any response that they get. But there are a section of cops who will go further and lie on the witness stand under oath.
Yep.
And when they do it, they're almost never punished.
Nope.
Almost never.
Nope. They'll be back the next day in the squad car doing whatever they do. And that's why, like, I've held this belief for a long time. And I know I'm from Alabama and I'm not entirely intelligent, but I will not talk to police for any reason. Unless, like, it's me filing a police report because something like my trailer got stolen. I was like, hey, my trailer got stolen. But if they're like, hey, we got some questions, I'm like, nope. I don't care what it's about.
And the thing is, like, Murdaugh may have, like, misstated things. But here's the thing. If he doesn't talk to the cops, they can't go indict him with it. They can't play it at trial, and then he doesn't have to explain it away. If he doesn't talk, I think he probably gets acquitted. Because then there's no confusion about time.
Oh, at the beginning. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if he didn't talk when they showed up and he just said, he called, he said, someone's murdered my wife and son. I'm scared. I'm going to have the gun. Please come help. And then says, they're like, where were you? And he's like, look, I'm not answering any questions without a lawyer present. I'm a lawyer. I know how this goes. I need my counsel here immediately. And on advice, I've already called him on advice of counsel. I'm not answering any questions, asserting my Fifth Amendment right. And I think you're right. I think you're right. Because let's say that Murdaugh didn't actually lie. I have this theory that he didn't actually lie about his whereabouts, that maybe he was mistaken, but he knew if he got up there and was like, no, it was the drugs and the trauma, that no one would believe him. So they go, okay, come clean with the lie. Like, say it, admit that you lied about it intentionally because you were scared for the drug thing or whatever. So I have that theory. Let's say my theory is correct. If you've actually got the trauma, if you're actually on drugs and need to come down or whatever, that's what that silence is for. It's so you're not answering questions when you're in trauma, when you're in shock, when you're scared, when you're frazzled, when you don't know all of the facts about yourself, when you haven't had time to think about it. That's why that exists. And I think you're right. If he hadn't talked, they'd never have confusion about that Snapchat video, or they never have a deception about it.
Guys have a mouth like a fucking statue. That's the best advice.
Yep. But yeah, I think DUI Guy has some thoughts to share about that whenever he pops in. He said once he gets to his studio, he'll be here.
Did you see the jury got doxed?
All of them?
So when they're so obsessed on getting Murdaugh, and like when it's following out of the courtroom, he walks in front of the jury and the camera just pans across. And a lot of them are wearing masks, but I'm assuming if you're from that area, you could very quickly tell who was who.
Oh, I hope Court TV gets sanctioned for it. That'd be funny, for violating the court order.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure that judge is going to get right on that one.
Yeah, I'll allow it. That guy was terrible. I really thought that was an awful judge.
No. Yeah, and then Cretan Waters, God, he was so fucking... That guy is so insufferable. Like his press conference, like, this was like our Super Bowl.
Oh God!
Did you see any of that?
No.
Oh, it was fucking cringe.
It
was so bad.
I wasn't around for any of the verdict or the sentencing. The sentencing was today, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think I was on Sarah Gonzalez's show, or I was running around trying to get back in time for that at the time that happened. But no, I haven't seen anything post. I didn't even see the defense's closing arguments. I woke up feeling like garbage that next day, and then I had to teach, so I couldn't even watch it. Made me sad because I was interested in what they had to say, but I heard they didn't do a great job on them. So, did Griffin give the closing argument?
Yes.
Why? He was terrible. Like his public speaking demeanor was terrible. Harpootlian was way better speaker, in my opinion.
Oh, maybe he's too tired. I don't know.
Harpootlian's like, I need to retire. I'm gonna go back to the Senate. Think we lost this one, boys.
What would you have rather been doing, Nick? Covering the rest of the trial or partying in Vegas? And I think I know your answer.
Covering the trial. That's what I would have rather been doing. In fact, I wanted the trial to go on for another 18 weeks because it was It's so great. No, I'd like
Riveting.
this trial. If it had been limited to the 3 weeks that it was supposed to be, would have probably ended up being a pretty damn interesting trial. We wouldn't have all the bloat from the financial crimes and all that shit. We would have just had the case on the murder. And I think actually, if it was a 3-week trial, he might have gotten an acquittal. Honestly, I don't know if they would have won without that 6 or 7 weeks or whatever it was. But no, people. I am sad that I missed the best parts of the trial by being in Vegas, but I would definitely was much happier being in Vegas than that. Although it's nice to be revenue positive watching the trial than revenue negative severely in Vegas.
Yeah, it sucks when you take a few days off and you look and it's just like a red line. And you're like, well, this sucks. Luckily, we did hit a show Monday.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I don't know if I never saw anything from that table thing, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
What table thing?
I don't know.
Oh, that table that was broken when we got there.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah. Apparently, it's fine. Like, so we'll see.
I imagine they get way worse shit than that.
Yeah, I feel like they probably have like a plethora of those like side thing, like the tops for it, just like in the storage. They probably have like hundreds of them. So
you'd have to.
Yeah, because I mean, look at them. What you know how many times people drop like liquor bottles from like 2 feet away? That whole thing would be nuked. So yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Dude. Yeah, because they've got strippers coming in there dancing on those tables all the time.
Yeah, and they didn't charge me when I threw up like 9 gallons. So, and that says it right on the thing. It says excessive cleaning bill. They have to, dude. I threw up like the most acidic, pizza filled, just.
Sean, he threw up an entire pizza.
Yeah, and then, it was like a cartoon.
Oh, Camelot, I got something for your nightmares.
Oh no, is it? Oh no,
there it is. Barrel dovetail. Dude. I introduced him to this in Vegas, Sean. This one's only 61.2% alcohol, but the one we had in Vegas was 64.
Yeah.
And I warned him, but it goes down smooth.
It does. You don't realize you're dead until you did.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's funny because the next day I looked at the bottle, right? Because I was miserable for half the day. And I looked at the bottle and it was almost empty. And I'm like, oh man.
We drank so much of that. But it wasn't just us. We had a couple other people who had a couple shots. I think you and I had the most of them though. But
the thing that will save you. Oh, I drank.
Did you just like all over? Or did you like
it was a cartoon. It was literally the scene in Team America World Police when he's in the alleyway.
It was so funny
all over the hotel room.
So I was hold on, check the private chat real quick. Camelot.
Yes.
That's okay?
Yes.
All right. So we're hanging out and everybody goes to bed. Camelot goes to bed and he had a friend with him. They went to bed and then Lady Rackets goes to bed. We had this big ass room and then each side of the room had its own bedroom. So they go to their bedroom. Lady Rackets and I go to our bedroom and she's like, I'm done. I'm going to sleep. And I'm like, well, it's my it's third night in Vegas or something like that. I'm like, this hotel needs exploring. It's only like 12:30 or 1 or something. And I'm amped. So I'm like, I'm going downstairs. So I walk back out of the room. I'm all dressed to go downstairs. And Camelot's guest comes out and says, I'm going to sleep on the couch. Because he just threw up everywhere and it stinks so bad. And I was like,
yeah, dude, it was fun. Dude, and it didn't feel like anything. Like you ever just been so messed up that you just open your mouth and it shoots out like a hose. That's how it was, man. I almost died. But the thing that saves you, and now DUI guy, make sure you pay attention. The thing that will save you in this situation, they had a steam shower in our like presidential suite or whatever. It's a giant shower and it just has steamers everywhere. And I laid naked in that bitch, just laid on the ground in the fetal position for about an hour. Felt almost perfect after I came out of that bitch.
Oh,
yeah. I'm gonna someday I'm gonna rededo my bathroom and it will have a fucking steam shower in it because
they are awesome.
They're just a detox, just
Yeah.
a detox in a behind a glass door. It's fucking great. Speaking of detox behind a glass door, what's up, Larry? How you doing, brother?
That's pretty much what I've been doing all day is detoxing behind a glass door.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So are you back from your trip down to South Carolina?
Yeah. I made 3 separate trips down there, and the last one didn't even make any sense because I couldn't get in because Alec Murdaugh took the stand, and they were giving priority to all the people who were already there, which it was actually a blessing in disguise. I just didn't know it at the time, but it all worked out.
Well, we were just kind of talking about the trial a little bit. Before we get into full on like jokes and degeneracy, you want to give some opinions? You want to talk about it a little bit?
Nope.
How you doing, big guy? No, nothing.
Dude, I'm fucking over it. I'm sorry. Like
Done.
even this morning, I learned a very valuable lesson, you guys. Do not, even if you are in your heart of hearts believe that you are correct, do not go against the grain. Sometimes it's just not worth it. There's like
Watch me.
Except for
The
Nick. I know. That's why I'm
judge
here.
in The Murdaugh trial was a shit judge. He had a pretty clear and obvious. And you guys have watched me watch a bunch of trials. I try and stay away from the idea that a judge has a bias against someone. The way, I don't know if it was Murdaugh or the defense team or something, but the way this judge was letting in evidence that was completely irrelevant to the case, the judge objecting on behalf of the prosecution during the defense's case, even though it's not a big thing, that's never the judge's job. The judge I heard he sustained one of the objections during the defense's closing arguments, even. This judge was out of control. He was not a good judge. He did not rule on motions in limine. He did not rule on pretrial motions. The whole point of a pretrial motion is get this fucking thing resolved before it comes up in court. And he just refused to do so. And he said, well, we'll address it when it gets to court. It's like, no, deny the motion then, judge. That's what you're supposed to do. You can't leave legal teams in limbo. The amount of money, and who fucking cares because he's a scumbag who stole all his money, I get it. But the amount of money and oppression that happens from a judge who refuses to rule on basic pretrial procedure, it is so prejudicial to a defendant. It doesn't harm the state at all because the state wants to bring in this stuff. The state wants to bring in this evidence. And if they can't get it excluded pre-trial, the state can just raise it like Creighton Waters did on multiple occasions. So this judge is fucking garbage. I don't care how many true crime fans have watched how many fucking documentaries and have determined that Alec Murdaugh's a murderous piece of shit who stole money. I care because the second I go before a judge, I don't ever want to be treated the way that guy was by our legal system, which is supposed to be blind and impartial to all of it. Fuck that judge. There, I said it.
Took the words out of my mouth.
He's like, I don't want to talk about the case at all. Nick's like, well, let me just rant for a few minutes about this.
Well, because that's this morning when I was listening to this. Look, I get it. I've been through sentencing. I've seen judges do sentencing. You could tell this was personal. This was political. This was an attack on the Murdaugh person. It was an attack on the Murdaugh name. It was an affront, as I called it, to the judicial system. And I got so much hate for that because people are like, oh my God, look at this lovely, beautiful judge just doing their job. And he's just so brilliant and all this. And I'm like, are we looking at the same? Have you been like, if all you watch, and this is probably what happened, these people have only watched like the last 5 minutes of this trial.
What do you mean by these people, Larry?
Of the judge giving this soliloquy. I understand. Then, oh my God, this is the most beautiful judge, wonderful judge in the world. But if you've listened to him for more than 5 minutes, how he responds to defense objections, how snarky he is towards the defendant and his team, how he reacts like emotionally, how he rules on motions, it's an atrocity. He's a prosecutor in a robe. There were three. There were like 1,900 prosecutors in that room, but theoretically, you could say there were 3 prosecutors in that room, like Waters, that other dude, the main guy, and then the judge. And one of them was wearing a robe.
Look at this shit. That makes me so happy. No, you're 100% right. I mean, when a judge in a criminal case asks the defense if they're going to keep objecting, you've got a problem, and that happened weeks and weeks and weeks ago. This judge is probably a fantastic storyteller. He's probably great to sit around a campfire with, have a beer with, hang out in a bar or whatever, do drag queen story hour for the kids. I don't know. He's probably wildly entertaining and wonderful at that. As far as a judge in this type of case, he's not the right guy. Maybe he's good in civil stuff, but he was not the right guy. Speaking of not the right guy, what's up, Anna? How you doing, girl?
Hi. I know almost nothing about this case except that he was the only one that was questioned. And I watched that Netflix documentary and I'm like, doesn't this just present like 12 people that could have been suspects? Like they all have a motive to kill this guy's family, plus all the people whose money he stole. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It rubbed off to me the scene from The Godfather with the horse head. And I'm like, did they just kill the family instead of like the horse kind of thing? That's what it made me think of instantly. So I was like, why aren't they questioning anyone else? Why are they just questioning him? It seemed kind of suspicious, but I'm not a lawyer.
No, it's the investigation was one of the hardest parts to swallow of the case. Like just how poorly they did the investigation, because over and over, again, even if you agree with the verdict, even if you think you're convinced in your heart of hearts this guy's guilty, you have to look at that investigation and go, but they did a really shit job on this. Like
Well, did they ask questions to anyone that wasn't him?
No, he was the defense got them on this. It was really well done cross-examination from one of the investigators. They're like, so see, who are your other suspects? He's like, well, you know, blah, blah. So it's like, so you drew a circle around Alec Murdaugh. It's like, well, we don't draw a circle around people. We draw a circle around a crime scene. And the only one in the crime scene was Alec Murdaugh. So you drew a circle around him and then that was it.
Well, usually
kinda
aren't in the crime scene circle, right? You have to go and hunt them down.
Right. Yeah.
This guy, like the part in the Netflix special that got me was like the maid that like tripped over the dog and died, and he stole millions of dollars from her kids. Her kids were not in the Netflix special, but I was like, is nobody asking them? Like they think that he killed their mom and stole millions of dollars from them. Aren't those pretty good suspects?
Well, I would say yes, and I thought so too, until the one kid took the stand, and I was like, I'm pretty sure he couldn't lift a shotgun. Like,
but they were there then. Okay.
Yeah, one of them was a special needs kid. Kid. I think he's an adult. The other one
was it like a Lenny Mice of Men kind of kid, or
he's like no, they were really small, very like stereotypically introverted, autistic. Like the kid had a really tough speech impediment. I don't know if he's actually autistic. That's why I said stereotypically, like what you would picture. He seemed to have trouble making eye contact and keeping eye contact, and he was very, very uncomfortable on the stand. And he was really a slight guy. Like he's said he was 30. He looked like he was probably 16.
That sounds like somebody that would definitely kill someone.
I know.
Maybe.
Like, didn't you ever read like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Like he could have split personality and like become badass.
Could be, yeah.
The monster.
I don't know if there was an investigation into anyone else that could have been interesting.
His court persona was just completely submissive, but turns out actually he's a hilarious monster. That'd be awesome. Good on him. Now.
Well, what happens if in like 10 years they find out like, oh, somebody else actually did it? Do they just let him out of jail? Like what happens?
It's not that simple.
Yeah.
It should be that simple to overturn something if you have conclusive evidence, but it's not. He has to fight for it. And sometimes you have to fight pretty hard because the state holds on to their convictions even when they find out they're wrong. It's very strange, but you know, we'll see. He's going to appeal it. I think he's going to lose his appeal. He's got appealable points, but the appeal success rate is like less than 1%. So you don't want to do it.
So
hey, Sean,
recovering.
Mandy drew a picture of for you, Sean.
Oh. Thank you, Mandy.
Why does it look so accurate? That's weird.
Oh
yeah.
Very strange.
That's cool.
The best part I thought about the trial was when they had the one detective up there, and it's like, so drug dealers, they kill people, don't they? And he's like, oh no, drug dealers don't do that.
What?
When they were asking about, like, aren't you worried about, like, the drug dealers that Alex owed money to? Don't you think they could have been involved? Oh, well, no, we don't really think they were violent. I'm like, you put them up on the stand every other day. He's going to make them sound like they're, yeah, drug dealers are super violent. They terrorize people. They kill people. But they used every excuse they made to say why they only focused on Alex. So,
yeah. Again,
including also lying to the grand jury, all kinds of fun stuff. And that's the thing. And even if they found evidence, the state's going to suppress it because they've already demonstrated how crooked they are. So,
well, I trust the autism levels of the internet to find out anything, that the courts missed. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, I agree. Well, if somebody, I don't know, because the internet, the internet loves the conviction largely.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're very, very happy about it. There were a few places where there were people saying not guilty. And the question, the way I tried to always phrase the polling on my chat was not what will the conviction be, but what do you believe the state has done? Do you think the state has proven beyond a reasonable doubt that he's guilty? And in my chat, it was always less than 20% believed the state had done a sufficient job. Now, whether they thought he was going to be convicted, I thought the state never did the job, but I thought that he was going to be convicted more likely than not. Just once the financial crimes came in, it's like, it's people don't realize just how prejudicial those prior acts are and why they're excluded as a rule of evidence is because it will always sway a juror. They say, well, he did this bad thing. He must have done this bad thing.
Yep. That's kind of like in the Depp trial where they just made Johnny Depp look like he was a drug addict all the time, which didn't really help. Didn't really prove anything. It was just like, look, he's a bad person. Therefore, he definitely did all this shit.
Right. Yeah. Well, drug addicts always beat their spouses, except in South Carolina where drug dealers aren't violent. That's
Well, to be fair, she was just as much of a drug addict as Johnny was. So, they really weren't helping out their case.
Yep. It's just something about drugs, dude. Every time if I even take a hit off anything, I just go down the street looking for the first woman. I'm like, where are you at, bitch? Something about it.
Turns you horny?
Yeah, with my fist.
Oh.
Makes me fist horny, where I'm just like, man, I'm
the opposite way.
I'm tripping balls.
Eats a weed gummy and he's like, holy shit, I gotta get this I gotta hit this nut. No, I took that way wrong. Anna, you had asked what the next
trial you're covering.
Yeah, I have no idea. I know there's a couple starting really soon, but I've got some stuff going on this week in real life that I have to take care of, and I won't be around for some of the days. So I got to see what's playing. I know that Jeff right now is covering another trial in Wisconsin with Judge Schrader, and my favorite thing is watching all these people say how much of a better judge Judge Schrader is than the judge in this case, and I'm like, I remember Judge Schrader. He let in so much shit that shouldn't have been let in too. Yeah. He was terribly deferential to the prosecution in that case. That one just turned out better for Kyle.
Sarah Boone's trial comes up in April. That'll be fun.
Who's Sarah Boone?
She's the one the boyfriend of the suitcase.
Yeah,
that's coming up.
I want to watch that one. That one got and Taylor Shabusiness got delayed. She was supposed to start tomorrow.
She punched her attorney.
Get it, girl.
Well, damn.
And Daybell Vallow is next month.
It was really half-assed when she attacked him.
Yeah, I saw that. She was not a fighter. I don't know how she killed that guy. Wait, who did you say DUI guy?
Daybell Vallow, the Idaho, the one who killed her kids.
Yeah, Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow. Is that a federal case?
No, I don't think so. I think they're in state court.
It's just state court.
It was supposed to be televised initially, but then the judge had like a mulligan. Maybe she saw something she didn't like, or I don't know. And now I believe there are going to be no cameras. That's what people are saying.
I'm so addicted to the idea of cameras in the courtrooms that even at my homeschool class on the Constitution, in the Sixth Amendment, you have a right to a speedy and public trial. And yet the They're like, well, public just means the doors of the courthouse are unlocked and you can come in. It's like, that's not actually open to the public in any meaningful way, because you have room for 30 in some of these courtrooms. You have room for 25 to 30 people to sit in the gallery. It's like, how's that open to the public? Let's get a camera in there and make these open to the public. Put these judges and their antics on blast, and eventually maybe people will see how dangerous and prejudicial judges can be. Like all of these public trials that we're getting are major media cases, but let's put it in there for the DUI roster, right? Let's put it in there for the drug dealer who's getting charged. Let's put it in there for the assault cases, the domestic assault cases. Let's see those and watch how consistently judges and prosecutors who actually work together on a really frequent basis and get good working relationships, how consistently they act in the same way as they do in these major capital cases.
Yep. They need to bring it into 2023. Like, there shouldn't be a single like courtroom without cameras and a live damn feed, son. Like, it's like when you have a bank and they don't have an online app or something, or there's no one there after hours, so you're just screwed for like an entire weekend. Yeah, so it shouldn't be like that. Everything should be just body cams. Body cams.
Oh God, don't get me started on body cams. Kentucky State Police back in, I want to say 2005, maybe 2006, actually got body cams for the entire force. And I believe what ended up happening, this is rumor, of course, because they're never going to admit it publicly. Rumor had it that they were screwing up so much and losing so many like stops and cases that they're like, you know what? We're just going to remove all body cams from all troopers, Kentucky State Police troopers, and we're going to remove all dash cams, save for maybe a couple cruisers, and we're going to blame it on lack of budget.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's because it's amazing. I learned this the hard way well before I went to law school, when I got pulled over. And the police officer who came up to my window and he said, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" I said, "I bet you think I was speeding." What he wrote down was, "I was speeding." That's what he wrote down. Suspect stated he was speeding. And he said, "That's not at all what I was saying." By the way, I was driving a 1995 Ford Escort that had lost a cylinder uphill after a stoplight. And he said I was going 73 in a 55. I looked at him. I said, "Bitch, this car can't go 73. Like it can't. I had to get it fixed before it could." I was like, it cannot go 73 miles an hour, and certainly not uphill after a full stop. And he's like, "Nah, that's what I clocked you at." I'm like, "You were wrong." But when we went to court, he had a statement from me that said I was speeding. And how could I prove differently? I didn't record it. This is before like smartphones. This is fucking in 2006, maybe. And, it's before smartphones, and the only evidence was his recollection that he wrote down contemporaneous to the event. And unless I wrote down something different, and then of course you go bring that into court, and who's a jury or a judge going to believe? The uniformed officer or the person interested in not getting a ticket? There's
exactly.
So of course they don't want body cams. They don't want any evidence of what they actually do.
I got pulled over on the interstate once. I was just driving down the interstate going home, and a car blew by me in the left lane. I was in the very right lane about to get off of my exit, and a car blew by me. And about 30 seconds later, a cop come down the interstate flying and pulled me over and was claiming I was the person that was speeding. I never went over like 65 in the 70 because I was going home. I was tired. I don't really speed ever. And I was like, "Can you like show me on your, like, is there a way you can show me that I did that? Like, do you have that recorded?" And he was like, "Well, no." And that dude actually let me get away. But he let me go. But most of the time they would just write down, "Oh yeah, it was him 100%, and you're screwed and there's nothing you can do about it." But did you ever see the article? It was a couple months ago where it was either a certain city or state, I can't remember. They outlawed body cams because they felt they would make the general public racist. Did you ever see that?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like, it was some city, or I can't remember.
I do remember that story. Yeah.
Somebody probably could post it on Twitter, but yeah, they were like, "Yeah, we took them away because they're gonna like inadvertently make the normal populace racist." And I'm like, I wonder why. Is it Chicago? Like,
I just got it. I'm so fucking slow. Sorry, it's late.
Well, damn. Yeah, it's like those videos that's like, you know, Twitter every day you see like just somebody getting curb stomped. and they post the reaction meme of somebody with binoculars, and it's like, oh wow, interesting behavior over there. It's wild, dude.
Did you see the one where there's a homeless guy sitting on the street and the dude's just holding a pistol up and just
I scrolled past that bitch. I ain't about to watch that.
They don't show the shot doesn't happen on camera.
Oh, okay.
No, he gets plugged on camera.
Oh, I didn't
Wait,
watch
what? I didn't. So there must be another angle because the one I saw, they turned away right before he gets shot.
No, I saw the one where he gets dropped on camera and the guy's like, he just shot that guy. And I'm like, what do you think he was doing the whole time? When he was getting ready.
The hard thing to say is, unless you've got a gun, what do you do? Like, because you run up on that guy.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Hey,
buddy, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that, Sean? I think you might appreciate this one. Have you guys ever seen the YouTube short that's out there where there's like a DNR guy in a jacket, and then there's some guys way off in the distance, and they've got a deer, an elk, or something, and the DNR guy's like, "Hey, y'all got a tag for that?" And they yell back, "Are you wearing level 3 plates?" And he goes, "I'm fucking gone." And he just turns and runs
Yes.
off.
Yeah, I've seen that one also with ATF agents. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit. No, it's weird, man. And there's all sorts of reasons why they don't want body cams, but none of them are the reasons that they say. Oh, do we have it here? San Francisco.
It's something similar, but
yeah,
it's not the body cam one, but it's something kind of similar to that.
But here I've got it real quick. San Francisco police stop releasing most mugshots because they are racist.
Oh my God.
But here's the thing. So I know that some people are hesitant about transparent courts and public courts because they go, oh, well, then people can see what I'm accused of. And we've so warped our societal thinking to go, someone gets accused of something, therefore we believe the accusation.
Right.
But the reason that the courts were public is because our country was founded on the opposite principle. It was a distrust of the government. It was innocence until proven guilty. And it was this idea that, whoa, wait a minute. We want to make sure that the courts and the prosecutors aren't colluding to fuck over the citizenry. That's how it's supposed to be. But instead now we're like, oh, he was charged with a drug crime. He must have got off on a technicality. I'll never hire this guy again. Bitch, we need to stop this shit immediately. That's the stuff that has to go away. If someone beats a charge, we need to treat them as innocent, period.
Yep.
Come on my show, OJ.
Yeah, it's
his reactions to Murdaugh were hilarious.
Oh my
They're good.
God.
I don't know why people want to ask my opinion on a murder.
No, double murder.
The expert double murderer.
Yep. It's like how there is still tweets from celebrities every day being like, can you believe that Kyle Rittenhouse was able to kill 2 people legally? And I'm like, for one, they obviously didn't watch the trial nor any of the footage, obviously. And 2, like they were like felons convicted, and one of them was like a child rapist. It's fine. I don't understand how we could ever look at that in a negative light, no matter what the circumstances were. Because that's what I always say. Like when I'm reading those tweets, I always like respond, and I'm like, well, at least Joseph Rosenbaum's gone, and we don't have to worry about him anymore. And they're like, yeah, but it was not Kyle Rittenhouse's job or right. And I'm like, well, he was the one guy was like, the police have a job, and you should let them do their job. And I'm like, well, they sucked apparently because he got like 11 kids at one point and was convicted of 5. So like, yeah, sounds like the cop suck ass because he was out on the street chilling, looking for the next little meaty. Like that's what he was looking for. Like, so yeah,
he saw those pudgy underdeveloped cheeks of Kyle.
Yeah, he thought he was 13. He's like, I'm coming for that some bitch, and then he died for it, and that's a net positive always. When him gone is great, and then people will still defend that dude.
He died doing what he loved, Camelot.
Chasing little kids,
trying to get his hands on a minor.
Yep. God, dude, people still defend that shit. Remember when celebrities were like, "Poor JoJo is a hero and he's gone," and I'm like, you obviously didn't research this guy, because if you think
he anally raped 9-year-olds, you weirdos,
yes,
stop calling him JoJo.
Oh yeah, that was like Pedro Pascal, right? He was like, oh, R.I.P. JoJo and whatever the other guy's name was, and I'm like, The pedophile, great,
Yeah.
great look
Yeah.
there, man.
And
Don't you
Mark,
watch Disney?
and Mark Ruffalo as well did it. And then, like, that's what made me dislike Mark Ruffalo, because I was like, you know what? Screw these people. Like, I can't separate the artist from the art every time, because when you're like, that's too far. When you're defending a dude that just wrecked a bunch of like innocent children, like, it's too far. It's too damn far, man. Like, you deserve the wall as well, Mark.
Well, it's like
Damn
they're
sure.
publicly supporting a pedophile, and
Yeah.
Jimmy Toronto puts beep bop boop, and she gets fired and canceled and all of that. But
Granted,
pedophiles are okay to support. You can't.
granted, it's Hollywood, Anna.
I
To be
know.
fair, To be fair, every pedophile buys at least 2 tickets to a Disney movie.
God damn.
And
Come on,
season passes
that
to
was a good
Disneyland.
It's a sad
damn it.
time we live in, man.
It is. It is. Speaking of sad times, let me hit some of these super chats. Legal Layman says, thanks for being a good sport in the StreamYards thing. Yes, I accidentally tweeted out and posted on my locals the StreamYard link instead of the Rumble link. So that was good on me.
Rip.
Was fun poking in for a moment. Hope it's a fun show. Can't wait for Houston. I'll drag my twin along for his first convention. Hope to see Camelot 2 hang loose. I'm so pumped for Houston. I really am.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be so good.
I got all these. I got 3 more appearances, 3 more firm appearances this year.
Firm.
And,
Ooh.
well, like
Yeah, dude.
you
That's
know,
why I'll be there for
I-
sure.
yeah. Well,
No,
that's
dude,
what
I
makes
need
them
my-
firm.
I need my own booth this time. All right. Yellow Flash didn't even use his. I need my own this time.
I agree.
I've
I think you should be
ascended.
there.
I've ascended to real boy.
I got you, boo.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
And Anna, you're going to be there, right?
I
Of course
should
she
be.
is. Of course she is.
Sweet.
Unless hell freezes over. I don't know.
Yeah. And I'm just pumped. I've got April coming up in Philly, Houston, August, and then September. I'm hosting a show on either the 15th or the 16th of September in Tennessee. And anybody on this panel is, of course, welcome to any of those appearances. If I can help make it happen, let me know. But DUI Guy, you're down in that area, so maybe it would be fun to
The Houston
pop up.
area?
No, Tennessee in September.
Oh,
Nashville.
yeah, for
I'll
sure.
be in
Yeah,
Nashville.
that's like 3-hour drive, dude.
It's only an
Yeah.
hour and a half from my ass.
Mm.
Woo.
Aren't
Thank
you
God.
cool?
Hell yeah. Finally. I'm cool enough to not have to fly somewhere.
I'm hoping to
fun.
not fly to Tennessee or to Philly. I'm hoping to drive my Mustang.
I was about to say that. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to drive mine
Yeah.
too. I'm going to put a dumbass wing on it and a wrap just so it looks cool. It's going to have your face on the side.
Okay.
I want to take mine down to the dude in Georgia who paints it up like a manga.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It looks so fucking cool.
Those are pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I might like have the weird urge to suck a dick if I drive around in that, but it still does look cool.
I don't know.
Because
When
you
do
know,
you
because
have
when you
dick?
see it going down the road, people are going to assume a kissless virgin is driving that bitch if it looks like
Yeah.
a manga.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's fine as long as you're in the seat, baby.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
But I'm just waiting for it to get fucking warm enough to drive. Jeez. Oh,
You're
hate
not
the
far
state.
out. You're not
I hate
far
the
out.
state
It was,
so much.
dude. It was 75 today until the tornado came.
you had a tornado today?
There was a tornado last
I
night.
thought you moved out of the trailer park.
No. Well, luckily my house is like giant and has bricks, so I'm fine. But there was 80-mile-an-hour winds today, and they kept blowing, and it felt like the windows were gonna explode. And I was like kind of nervous. I was like, man, it's gonna explode and go right in my eyeball. I'll have an eyeball. I'll have glass eyeball and broke my pinky in the same damn day.
You broke
Yeah.
your
Oh, we got to
yeah.
talk about that.
So okay, so it was 10:40 or 10:59, and Nick sent me the link to the show, and I was like, shit, I gotta get up there. And I should have learned my lesson from the time I fell down the stairs, but I didn't. And my German Shepherd was beside me, so I start running from him because he chases me and it's fun. And I start running up the stairs. Of course, I slip immediately, and I catch myself, and I look at my hand, and my pinky's just pointing straight up. And I was like, oh my God. So immediately I think of like a movie, and I just grab it and I went clock, and it was a loud snapping noise. And then it went back into place, and I screamed so hard like a bitch. And it's a little bit red, but it works still. So
I want to puke now.
it was wild though. I was like, I hope this works. Click. I was like, It was intense, man. I
Fuck
couldn't
that.
believe it. Like looking at my pinky and it pointing the other way was a pretty weird experience.
Yeah. I've never had, that's one of my fears, is that something will happen. Like I always see like those videos on like an Instagram reel of people breaking limbs on skateboards or whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll like they'll fall and their wrist will be like in the opposite, like this way. And they're like, huh. And they try and bend it. And I'm like, no, Christ, stop. But the closest I ever came, I was coming home from law school, and I lived 2 hours away from law school. So I took night classes. So I get home like 1:30 in the morning. Because I'd go out with my friends, grab some wings before I go home, and then drive home. So it's like 1:30 in the morning, and I had a bunch of shit in the trunk of my car. And I was driving a Ford Fusion at the time. And it had this weird handle. Wait, what did you say?
Gay.
Oh, yeah. Well, Anna, yes, obviously. But no, it had this weird handle inside the trunk. I guess if you wanted to close yourself in the trunk, I don't know. Because I had grabbed stuff in my left hand and I tried to use the handle to close the trunk. I don't know why with my right, but I closed it and I didn't pull my hand away from the trunk soon enough. And it just clamped down right on my middle finger. I still have a scar from this, but and so I looked and the trunk was fully closed. It was flush with the rest of the car, but my finger was in it. Oof. And I like was walking away. I didn't even feel it. And then it was stuck. And I looked, and that's when I screamed. Right. I was like, yeah, because it looked like that was going to hurt a lot.
Yeah.
But then the problem was I had to get my left hand, which is holding like a case of Gatorade or something, around to the button to open the trunk. But it was to my right. And so I'm like fiddling around trying to get there. And I finally got it open and my finger wasn't broken, but God, it was horrifying. Yeah. It was fucking just like that image. It was way worse than the pain. Bless you, Anna.
Thank you.
Oh, God. So props to you for living through that. I probably would have just shit my pants if my pinky was backwards.
Yeah, it was pretty scary, but it was only like 3 seconds, and I was like, I went into fight or flight mode, and I just grabbed that bitch. I was like, well, and it works. Very surprised.
Fight or flight mode, you're like, not today, Pinky.
Yeah, because it was gonna ruin the stream, and I was on my way up to get on Nick's show, and I'm looking at my pinky, and I'm like, did I just really fucking do this shit? Did I really do this again? Injure myself running from a damn dog.
So you had a tornado today too?
That was yesterday. Today was the 80-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh,
it was scary.
When you hear the tornado alarm, like sirens go off, do you ever try to go outside and look for it if they say it's nearby?
When I was younger, maybe.
I do,
but now I just sleep through that bitch every time.
Oh,
I'm just like,
I get out the metal ladder and climb up on my roof.
If I died.
Our house is like there's like a hill and then it comes down a little bit and then there's trees. So I have to get up over the trees to see kind of around our property. And so I'll pop up on the roof looking for a tornado. I've lived through DUI Guy says he'll be back in a little bit. I've lived through several tornadoes, but I've never actually seen them. And it pisses me off that I haven't actually seen it, go right by my house. Or I worked at the movie theater in Lakeville, Minnesota, when it had a big fucking tornado go by and we had to shut down the theater and try and issue. We brought everybody into the central building because the way that theater was built, all the theater buildings are basically just 3-wall structures next to the main structure, which is actually sound, but the theater structures themselves are not structurally sound. And so they were worried that those would collapse in and crush everybody inside. So we bring them into the main hallway. Well, there's a big giant fucking glass window that covers the whole front area. And I'm like, oh, this is fine. We'll just turn this into a fucking blender for everybody if the tornado comes by. But we wouldn't want a wall crashing in on anybody. I was like behind the desk ready to crawl up into one of the fucking cupboards if I had to get away from all that.
I don't know why I was so afraid. Like when I was younger, when I was real little, because I was in the trailer park, right? So if a tornado hits a trailer park, you're super dead. You're not just normal dead. You're like super dead. Yeah. So we would go to this. It was like a local city prison. It was like the fire department and the police department and the prison, tiny ass building. And we would go into this prison cells and we would We would be like basically in the prison cells behind bars, like our whole family, like a bunch of people. And I would just sob and weep like a bitch. And now, in my mid-30s, dude, I will hear it. I will hear the wind swirling. There's shit hitting my house. There's people screaming outside. I just like, if I die, I die. I just go back to sleep. Like, if today's the day, fuck it, man. But I'm not about to lose no damn sleep. It's so weird how the dynamic was so different when I was younger. Like, I was so afraid. Now I'm like, fuck it. I don't care.
Oh, I'm not afraid. I do. The other thing I do when I go outside and look for it is if I see the tornado coming, I can yell to my kids to get down into my vault where I broadcast from, because it's literally like a steel and concrete room with no windows anywhere nearby. It's like get in the vault and close the door. It's the safest place in the damn house easily. Yep. So
and you
that's
stream it live.
Yeah.
Surviving the tornado.
My death live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grift it, man. Do you know how many super chats you would get? It'd be like, we could all possibly die. This is gonna be an expensive ass funeral.
Your money will go nowhere. Let's go. Like, no, that I missed out on the grift because I didn't even think about it. Like, because Jeff invited me on, and he's like, "It's your birthday today, right?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah." And I didn't stream.
It's your fucking birthday?
Yeah, and I totally forgot to stream and make like the free $5,000 that you make on birthday streams. Yeah, I totally forgot, so I missed out on that.
No.
Oh my god. You should have told me we could have done this show on your channel.
No, dude, you're good, man. I don't give a damn.
Guys, it is Camelot's birthday. I'll take all of his birthday grift money. I'm just kidding.
Just buy me something nice.
Give it to him tomorrow. You got a big show coming tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Gary Nerdrotic on my show tomorrow.
Ooh, look at you!
I'm real excited. I was like, dude, he messaged me back, and I was like, dude, you're the man. And he's like, no, you're the man. And I'm like, what? Okay, thanks, Gary. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so Gary's cool as fuck.
He's super nice. So I didn't expect it. I'm still waiting on Critical Drinker to respond. And it's a Gundam.
Didn't get back to you?
No, he didn't get back to you because your boobies aren't delicious enough. Apparently, I told you to send him like a topless picture.
You know what happened is Anna did not do Naked Snake or Fight Milk.
Yeah, I didn't ask her. See, that was the issue.
He didn't. He kicked me off the stream before, so he didn't even give me the option.
Oh, you pussy!
See, look, I didn't realize because Zia did it, and I didn't realize girls were going to be up for that, but apparently they are. Even Melanie did Fight Milk. I was very surprised.
She didn't do Naked Snake though.
No, of course not, because
what's that one?
Her audience would have like,
take your shirt off.
Whore. You know how they are.
But see, you know,
gym selfies where she's in just a sports bra. If she was wearing a sports bra on her t-shirt, it would have been fine.
It was great. It was great.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you know Naked Snake's coming as a woman, you could just wear a sports bra.
That's true. That's what I'll offer them. I'll offer them from now on. Look, take your shirt off.
What is that? You just take your shirt off and then you drink the drink, or?
Well, you take your shirt off and dance, and then you drink the drink. Yeah.
He does too. He takes his shirt off and dances, and then you have the option to join him, like I did, in that. And then, and then the Fight Milk is a separate goal, but you also drink that shirtless, obviously.
Yes, and
I was on the first show, so he was still working out the kinks.
Yeah, I used OBS on the first show and just screen recorded because I'm stupid. No, once you get used to StreamYard, you're like, wow, this is 8,000 times better. But yeah, dude, we've hit Fight Milk and we've hit Naked Snake every single show so far. 8 shows.
That's fucking awesome. That is awesome.
And it's Nick's fault. It's Anna gave me the start I needed, and then Nick came on second, and that was it. It's just like, and then it just keeps growing. So I'm very excited. I hope it continues to grow and people enjoy it.
It's a fucking fun show. So I'm glad it keeps working. Outpost Nerd says, glad to see you survive Vegas. Take some shekels. I need them. Thank you. I got a job at an insurance office and it's soul-crushingly boring, but it pays. I hope it's okay to shill my YouTube channel, The Outpost Nerd, where I talk nerdy about pop culture. Of course. Give me $20. You can shill your shit all day. Dark Lush G. So it is official. A chunk of 4chan and the farms are on the warpath over the Pick-a-Me situation. It would seem the cesspit of the internet is more wholesome than the Troons and their media allies.
What's the Pick-a-Me situation?
Some VTuber was playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, is that the one with pink hair?
No, that's Pipkin Pippa.
Yeah, she got bullied. She got bullied off.
Yeah, she got bullied off the internet by the Troon Squad.
And now the Troon Squad they're the ones that did it. Keep in mind they harassed the shit out of her, right? Which, you know, that happens. I get it. But now they're all bragging. Oh, she couldn't even take one little criticism. I'm like, motherfucker, you can't have it both ways. Like you can't bully someone and then be like, oh, they can't handle it. It's like if you got your way, these people will be put to death because that's what you want. What are you gonna say when they start hanging people like for wrong think? You're gonna be like, oh, they just couldn't handle a little bit of that hanging. Their neck wasn't strong enough. Like, what the fuck?
That's like that fucking idiot Duncan when he was on my show.
Oh my God.
And I was like, you don't want me to be able to make any income at all. And he's like, no, I never said that. And it's like, well, you don't want me to be on YouTube, right? And he's like, well, yeah, you should be off YouTube. And I'm like, and you don't think I should have my law license, right? Oh, you should definitely not have your law license. I'm like, then what job am I allowed to do? Like, well,
McDonald's.
It's like, no way. They would never let you serve food because a trans person might come up and I might shoot them instead of giving them French fries or something. They're insane. And they literally don't want you to be able to work. Who was it? Sam Hyde was like, they want you broke, destitute, on the street, and your kids raped, and they'll laugh about it. Right.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
And he's 100% correct. That is how these people think, that just because they disagree with you on something, they want you destroyed, not just to change, not just chastised or criticized. They want you destroyed.
And there's really, really good documentation of this and like philosophy behind it. And what it boils down to is it's fear of the mob. Therefore, you join the mob in full force, hoping that the mob will carry you forth. And the book, it's an old ass book. I always forget the author, but it's called Ordinary Men, and it describes how basically Nazis they would do the most heinous shit and stuff they weren't even told to do. They would like torture people, all because they were following orders and they didn't want to get basically attacked themselves, but they went so far with it for no damn reason. Like they would just become horrible. They would just do things they weren't even supposed to do. And it was just fear of being canceled and claiming that they were following orders. And I feel like the same philosophy exists now with this ultra push. It's like people think they're being morally correct and they want to be on the side that's loudest and the side that is appearing to be caring about other people for your own good. Like the vaccine, remember, it was for your own good. It had nothing to do with it. It's for your own good. So they think they're on this good side, and if they say anything wrong, they'll be canceled. Therefore, they're only following orders. And it kind of circles back around to ordinary men, in my opinion. See, from the trailer park, so I don't know, but it kind of feels that way to me.
No, the only thing missing is formalized orders.
Yep.
That now there's a predominant acceptable culture. And that predominant acceptable culture doesn't have to issue orders anymore. There doesn't have to be a leader because everyone is afraid to go against the mob that has built around certain issues. And once that happens, it manifests its own sort of steam, and you can't fucking escape it.
The orders
will always be there.
The orders are no longer orders. It's just thoughts. It's belief systems now. That's your orders. It's the belief system. And if you go against it, you will die. Look at remember when Jordan Peterson tweeted at that freaking disgusting looking piece of shit? What is that guy's name?
Which one?
Ethan Klein.
Oh God,
awful
gross.
Human being. And Jordan Peterson said, "Hey,
he smells like feet too, and not like lickable feet either.
Yeah, like gross, smelly 5-day sock
that
feet."
Clarification, Nick.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, well,
look,
he knows about my 10%
freshly
funk.
manicured and spa treated feet.
Yeah,
they're imminently lickable. But I mean, then there's like that dude who works all day on a fucking tower in work boots. Those feet. No, thank you.
And they're the work boots that water can't get into, like the military boots. But Jordan Peterson said, "Hey," like after he deleted, Ethan Klein deleted his podcast episode of Jordan Peterson, he was like, "Hey, just letting you know that you can try adhering to the mob forever, but eventually you will slip up and they will consume you with joy." And that's exactly what happened to Ethan Klein. Dude, he's been consumed 19 times, but like since then. So,
well, he's also consumed 19 times his body weight. You can tell he's a fucking monster.
Yeah, he's a monster, dude. Oof.
That's a big boy.
He's also abhorrent. He's an abhorrent human being.
Have you seen that picture of him in a diaper?
Yep.
Oh, that one's uncomfortable.
Sean, have you seen that one?
When you see it, it's like as if your eyes are being raped. Like that's the best description for it.
Should be illegal. Yeah.
No.
It really should be. Like that should not exist. I should have not had to seen that.
Sean, have you seen Event Horizon?
Yes. Yes.
Remember
I love that
when Teddy comes in and he's like, I've seen it. The dark. That's what your look reminded me of. If you've seen that.
Well, when you guys, Camelot, when you talk about following orders, like there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly it. Yeah, that's
Well,
exactly
because it's not just adherence to the order; it's the rush to please the entity because you know they will kill you.
Yeah.
And so I'll go harder. I'll go harder. I'll go harder. I have to.
I'll go for the high score.
It's the weird. There's something weird and psychological about it, and people get more and more angry and more passionate about adhering to these rules. And you see it every day on Twitter. They go ham as shitballs. Like, remember when doxing was like, everybody kind of agreed. There were some crazy bitches, right? But everybody generally on all sides of whatever platform all agreed doxing's kind of fuck up. Now, dude, there's people that like laugh about it. They can't wait to dox people. They can't freaking wait. And they'll be public about it too. I know this person's address, and they'll be like a public figure, not just a troll. They'll have a blue damn check mark and shit. They'll be like journalist for MSNBC. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing doxing people? Like, it's wild, dude. It's wild, man.
It's
losing
weird.
morality.
Okay, we got Colton 17 1993 says Anna just in eating chocolate like a sandwich and probably Mountain Dew. Lol.
No, I like to drink my chocolate, so I put it in front of my heater and I melt it. And then I drink it. It's so good.
Gross.
Why are you like this?
Disgusting little bitch.
God, you gross.
Furry. You're a furry little disgusting miso drinking bitch. What you is.
Yeah, you melt the chocolate and spray some Mio in there first to get some strawberry chocolate.
I don't like my Mio in my chocolate, but I like Mio in my drinks.
Very unexpected. Did not expect.
Which, by the way, I got Zia addicted to Mio, and I'm very proud of that. She texted me. She's like, "This is amazing."
Yeah,
you and Camelot. You got her on Mio, and Camelot's got me drinking zero energy monsters like a fucking woman.
They're so good.
They're so good. Now. Nick, you should try the caffeinated Mio. It's great.
Caffeine doesn't affect me, so I'm not drinking the Monster Energy drink for the energy. I like it's sterile, and I like the taste. It's so good. I hate it.
Gross.
Here we go. What do we got? Damn it. I lost it. Talos Saphirin says, greetings, everyone. Nick, are you going to be at Matsuri all 4 days or just a few of them? All 4.
Yep.
Trying to get travel settled. Missed out last year, and I will not miss this one. Can't wait to meet you. What I learned last year from Matsuri, though, is I will schedule hours at my table.
Yep.
Because the unpredictability of it made it so that a bunch of people would line up and then be like, have to be annoyed waiting for me to show up when I was just walking around. And then when I was there, I also felt like I couldn't leave if people were there because I didn't I didn't announce that I would be gone at specific times. So you get kind of stuck, and it's hard to balance like hanging out, meeting people with also, I wanted to go all around the convention and check everything out, right? There's cosplay everywhere. I love seeing the fucking stupid cars with the naked anime girls all over them. That's hilarious. And of course the hentai corner you got to go to.
I missed out on the hentai corner this year. I was so disappointed.
It was not as good as the previous year.
But
it was still fun.
For like an American copy of Redo of Healer, and I didn't even get a chance to really shop.
I looked all over for it. I could not find it because I would have bought the entire manga set.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, dude, it was wild because every time I would go to the tables, you would always be there, and there was just a lot of people. So yeah, that because you feel like you can't leave, man. You're like, well, if there's people here, I can't leave.
It's so weird. Like it was foreign because I had not had the table before. I'd run into people all throughout the convention, but having everybody line up really like solidified. I was like, holy shit, this is awkward. That was cool. It wasn't awkward meeting people, to be clear. It was awkward seeing a line of people waiting for you. That was fucking strange.
Yeah.
Nice recovery.
Well, look, it was awkward meeting some people. It is still an anime convention, Sean. It really is.
Yes.
Like that one super fucking weird chick, Brittany Venti, came up to my booth. Like that was.
Yeah, she got
That's
real
good.
mad at me because I zoomed in on her boobies. That was funny. That was real good.
When?
During the Simpcast live, I was just like, weep for like a whole 30 seconds. Just,
Oh
you just
my
saw
god!
titties.
And she got mad at you.
Yeah, she like during the thing, she's like, "Are you zooming in on my boobs? Stop!"
Dude, I was walking around with my entire ass out, and I didn't get mad at you when you pointed it out.
That's because you don't
Like,
care.
thank
No,
you for telling me.
I was trying to help you, man. I was
You
like, "Look,
were.
dude, your ass cheeks are hanging out. You better fix that."
Well, see, you were just
Was
trying.
that on Simpcast
everyone
the other
to
day? Was that on Simpcast the other day, or was that on your show?
It was on Simcast, and it was at Matsuri.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Word is very short.
they call me the ass cheek wrangler. All right,
My
one of them bitches right back in
You're
there.
the only one that told me. Everyone else let me walk around with my ass out. You were like, man, your ass is out. And I'm like, oh shit.
Dude, I've been married before. I was like,
it's an
I know
anime
how to handle
convention. I figured it was. I
Yeah.
actually didn't see this, but
it was intentional. Yeah,
It
figured
was when I was in the
intentional.
sailor outfit.
yeah, it was a good time. No, my favorite thing probably.
Yeah, that's the same outfit you just wore on Simpcast.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
it was
My
very-
locals is like, Anna's ass is out on Simpcast. I was like, I was in Vegas. I'm like, what do you want me to do about it?
Yeah, dude.
I was immediately told and instantly embarrassed, but whatever. Everyone's got one.
Don't be embarrassed. It's fine. I'll get my
Yeah.
ass out with you. I'll put on a sailor skirt.
I have my
Oh my
tits out
God.
99% of the time.
You can be the lesbian sailor.
Oh yeah, Jupiter.
No. It's
No,
it's Neptune and Uranus that are the lesbians.
I'll be Uranus, sure. Hartman says, "Stop being classist, Nick. Refusing to lick blue collar feet." Johan Liebert says, "Pick-a-me was bullied off the internet and into quitting VTubing. Pippa is their next target. There's a targeted campaign against her at the moment. Streams and Twitter inundated with flagging and harassment." Well, welcome to it, Pippa. Just stay strong. These people are all garbage. Yeah, Pick-a-me, I got corrected. She never actually played Hogwarts. She just thought about playing it. Mentioned that
That's
she would
worse.
be.
Thought
Yeah.
crimes are much worse than actual actions.
Yeah. Slosher says, "I never walked in on my parents, but when I was 12, my mother described how you milk a cow. She grew up on a farm, said you have to tug and squeeze at the same time. Dad said, I noticed you're good at that."
Oh my
For dinner.
God. That's what I would say. I'd say the same shit if I was a dad. Can't miss
Mercury
that opportunity.
says, "Nick, you baguette, you could have been the next Joey Rogans, you kicker bocker. If you did things like that one chick, you could have been a star. You were the chosen one, and you're wasting your potential." Oh, thank God. Thank God. Isaiah Burton says, "How does that work for Pride Month parades, which typically happen in public?" Yeah, if you do, those Pride parades in Tennessee are going to get real fucking tame with that new law.
Thank God. Dude, I'm so tired of watching dudes get fisted. Look, I don't know about you.
Some street fair.
Every single time, I mean, oh my God, her ass is out. Every single time that I see these, like, I'll see like the new like Pride like footage, and there's always a dude getting elbowed, like just deep during the Pride parade. Some guy like picks up a little bitty twink dude, and he's just doing this like in his asshole, and I'm like,
That is
why is this? Why can you just not fist the guy? Like, can you just not do like the one thing? Jesus, damn it! I'm all about fisting, but like not in public and not elbow deep. Have some respect, man.
have some respect.
His farts won't make noises ever again.
Have some fucking common courtesy.
Oh no, they're posting Anna's ass all in the locals recipe.
Oh, come on, guys, knock it off.
Wwhere are you?
All
Where
right.
are they
It's all
posting it in locals?
You know,
Yeah.
Camelot, I
It's
appreciate
just
that.
a
You're like,
screen grab.
you know, I don't want to see somebody elbow deep, but I can take just normal gaping, just not elbow deep.
Just one
A
gaping
little
like,
modesty.
hole.
A little modesty.
Yeah, I don't know. At least those guys are always really, really well shaved, so it's not too like gross looking. But still,
No, it is still gross looking.
when it's hairy and burly, it's a little bit worse. Like that's why, dude. When I watched Last of Us episode 3, the only reason I felt I felt a little weird is because they were so bearded and hairy, and then he inserts them, and I'm like, ooh, could you imagine the beard and the hair?
No.
Because it's not the hair. The consistency of hair will not get less uncomfortable until it's like sloppy. Oh God, could you imagine?
Keep describing this for us, Camelot. It sounds like you're thinking a lot about the dynamics of hairy man butt sex.
Dude, I've thought about all this shit. Like, you know, the days are long, man. At GameStop when I worked there 11 years.
Oh
What are
my
you gonna
God.
think about all day?
2% right says, now that I know you prefer shorter, funny videos, give Coco Breeds when you infiltrate the wrong base video a try. Mark's Man of 117B says, Nick, you need to watch Moonshine Animation's Pippa Joker parody trailer. It's a very funny watch, 2 minutes. It was made for her birthday, and her chat bought billboard to advertise her. She's the most base bunny rabbit on YouTube. The abject simpery of VTubers is beyond my comprehension. Like, it's unreal what people will do.
Yeah. Okay. So,
remember when Pippa was depressed the other day, and she did this thing where she was like, for every X amount of dollars, she would play this sound louder and louder and louder in response to super chats or whatever. She got like $11,000 on a stream.
that's wild,
doing that.
dude. It's wild.
It's like, oh my God.
So I turned it on like yesterday, I think, or the day before, the Pippa stream. And oh my God. Like, I'm like watching it, right? And I'm just too old, I guess. But dude, it's like hyper, like ADHD autist, like 10,000 horsepower. I couldn't, dude. It was like noises every 2 seconds, and she's screaming the whole time, and it's like and I'm just like, dude, I can't fucking watch this. This is like gonna make me have a heart attack.
I don't get it. I don't
And
understand it. It's the same though, as, to be fair, it's the same as watching iShow Speed. Like, it's I do not have enough cocaine to watch iShow Speed do a single stream. Like,
I don't get it. Yeah.
he's like, yo, bro, I'm gonna do this, and then he lights off like a thing of firecrackers wrapped around his penis, and he's just like, what? How on earth do you keep up this level of energy? I don't
Cocaine.
get it.
It has to be cocaine, dude.
Yeah, I can't keep up.
Yeah.
Tara Rayner says, lying to the grand jury to get their indictment presided over by this judge. How does an overweight 50-year-old kill 2, clean up golf cart himself and his path, dump clothes, guns, and Maggie's phone in 12 minutes, then visit mom? I have no idea. I still don't see how the timeline works. Even if I think that there's a possibility that Murdaugh was involved in the murder. I just don't think he pulled it off.
You see, though, he stole a lot of money, therefore he was a bad man.
That's true. That is correct. Legal Vices says, all you beautiful traitors, love you all. Nick, cheers. Thanks, Jeff. Look, somebody give that man 18 shots more often.
I drank a fat milk on his stream a few hours ago for free.
I can't believe
You know
did
how
that.
often that happens? Never. That was the
Never.
first time I did it for free. Thank you, Jeff. I love you. On my birthday, right? By the way.
Dude, the next fight milk I do with you is going to be one of these bad boys.
Oh, that's gonna be thick.
Yeah, but it's going to be delicious
Thick and
because it's going to have that
creamy.
vanilla flavor in there.
Your fart's gonna smell like Satan ass.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 60 grams of protein.
It'll be fantastic. Frank Lee says, as a 2-time convicted felon, living through my brother murdered in prison, currently having my other brother incarcerated in one of the most infamous max security prisons in the U.S., this trial is the most fucked up shit I've ever seen. Wow. Homie, that's quite the record you got there, Frank. But sorry to hear about your brother getting killed in prison. That's fucking awful. Cult of Personality says, Hasanabi retweeted a tweet which slandered Pippa and claimed the whole Hogwarts legacy stuff was a right-wing psyop. Turns out World War III is going to be the based and red-pilled versus Troons and terminally online. #Sneed. I
wonder who will win.
You know what? If I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but if this is really going to drive the Troons to the edge, so be it.
Could you imagine if World War III happened over damn Harry Potter shit?
If I'm the president of World War III and it's the red-pilled versus the meek, then please, I will appoint Sam Hyde a general and I will stick him on Hasanabi. Where? In real life.
Hassan Piker, I'm coming for you.
In real life. Oh my God.
What,
yeah,
you mean
dude.
like in the ring? No, at his house.
God,
that was
man.
the funniest shit I've ever seen. People lost their minds over it. I'm like, God, this is one of the funniest bits that he could possibly do. How do you not understand this joke? Like, how do you not get it? Because it was true. George Lopez, if you want to reach out to some VTubers, you should reach out to Nux Taku again for another show. He's got ins with tons of them. Oh yeah, I talked to Nux not too long ago, and I think we might be able to set up a show at some point, either him coming on mine or me going on his show, because it's been way too long. And he was fun. He fucked up my chat completely with a meme, just one meme while I went to the bathroom. I came back and it was dead. USSJ4 Broly says, Nicole and Camel Toe, you're both gay as fuck, and we all love all of the gayness. We see it ooze out of Camel Toe's eyes in Mr. Law's vagina. When is the 5K gift coming, you twat waffle? Is Tug joining tonight? No, I didn't ask Tug if he wants to come on tonight, but I will invite Tug on for a show sometime soon. He's been following the Montagraph shit like crazy. And I might need some of Tug's autistic research skills, because he's a dude, has documents on fucking everything.
Yeah, dude.
I pictured Tug just like sitting in the middle of a warehouse full of server racks behind him. He's like, let me get to my folders. Oh yeah, here we go. All right.
Yeah, dude. He has everything that could ever be imagined. Like I feel like if anything ever happened like legally with like Amber Heard, Johnny Depp in the future, if they ever needed any info, they could just reach out to him. But hey, dude, like, we're looking for this thing. He'll be like, oh, I'll pull it right now.
Oh yeah, I got that. Amber Heard. Let me get to that folder one more time.
Yep.
Hold on. Let me fire up a live stream. We'll put it on stream. You can just grab it from there. Just screen record as long as you super chat. No. Do I think Tug would come to Nashville? I will be inviting Tug. Absolutely, of course. I'll be inviting Tug, Emily Baker, DUI Guy, of course, are all down there. I'll invite Doug to Naples, but I don't think he'll come because he hates going out to conventions. All of that stuff. But yeah.
Back.
Welcome back.
Thanks. What did I miss?
Nothing.
Us talking about Nux Taku.
Cool.
I don't know. Nothing special. I'm reading through some chats because I got to get off of YouTube in 36 minutes ago. Jay Bradle, Camelot. I was car bomb guy. Derek Huda was willing to take it for you, but you just went for it. It meant a lot to me, and I did another with Derek Huda after. Sorry for the pressure, though. Started the chicken and rice diet this week, going well so far. This is the motherfucker who smelled bad.
That's the motherfucker, and he's trying to apologize to me when he knows in real life that he was peer pressuring me so hard. He's like, "Don't be a bitch, motherfucker." No, it's good to hear though that he's starting the chicken and rice thing, because that dude has the frame to be god looking, like just godly. Big dude, tall dude, so it'd be cool.
Tell us more
and he's
about
young.
his frame and figure.
He's young too, man. He's like 24.
He's young. He's got a nice frame.
Well shaven.
You put some good muscles on him. It'll be good.
Very aerodynamic. Yes.
Or you just do the shoulders though, just like that meme.
Yeah.
Oh, shoulder bro.
Hey,
shoulder bro's a fucking hero. Camelot, did I show you shoulder bro?
No.
Oh my God.
There's a guy on Reddit who figured out that he didn't actually have to work out anything but his shoulders and wear a good V-neck. And then by the time he takes his shirt off, all the women are disappointed, but they're already there.
That's a great idea. Like, shoulders are a big deal, dude.
That's it. He just gets the triangle shape, and he's not like fat, but he's shaped, but he's soggy. Like it's not like dude. Good. And he takes it off, and it's like, oh God, that is kind of like an embarrassing torso. Okay.
The chest takes it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
The chest always takes it to the next level.
But no one needs to really try that hard.
Dude, you know how that's all people talk about. Dick Masterson was talking about it all day.
Oh, he couldn't stop staring at your tits. Yeah. He loves big tits.
Yeah, dude.
Bottle Liquor 420 says, "Sup, brother? Love the Vegas show. I'm the one who gave you the smoke wagon. Oh, yeah, that's good. Hope you enjoy it. Just finished watching the local stream and wanted to show some love and let you know I support you 1,000%. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Oh, someone reached out to me today and they're like, I watched the local stream last night. Are you okay? You seem really depressed. I was like, I was exhausted. It started like 5 a.m.
That's what happens on the local streams. You're like, hey, guys. And they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, what? What do you mean, what's wrong? I've been doing this for like 25 hours in the last 3 days. Of course, I'm worn out, dude.
Sejong the Great says, I'm telling you, this is the proxy case they used to drop the financial crimes. If they can nail Alec Murdaugh on murder, they don't need the financial crimes charge. They will do the money stuff as soon as he loses his appeal. Well, I mean, they're going to have to do the money stuff before his appeal comes through, I would think. That appeal could take that appeal could take 5 years for him. So, but maybe that is the plan. I have no idea. I don't know what prosecutors think. What I do know is this. I have a new sponsor for the show. And here we go. Let's just get into it, guys. Ever since one of my favorite things happened in the United States, it was the Industrial Hemp Act of 2015, which made it legal for products to start coming to market from the hemp and cannabis plants that did all sorts of things. And so I've got a CB Distillery here, and they have various CBD products and Delta-9 THC products that you can buy depending on what state you're in. Of course, you have to make sure that you're only purchasing legal products, but they do have them. This is high quality stuff. I've got, they sent me a little sampler pack. I've got this CBD relief stick here. You just rub it on your balls or whatever, and they feel better. You've got this daytime tincture. This tastes like trash, right? Like CBD or THC tinctures that you put under your tongue always taste like those middle-class workers' feet. But, they help you balance out and make you feel good. And then they've got the nighttime gummies. I don't have sleep problems. You guys know this. If I lay down and close my eyes, I'm gone. But many of you out there do. And I'll be getting a Lady Raggets review on the Sleep Synergy as soon as possible because she has much more trouble falling asleep than I do. But they do have all of these different products and more available. Look, go to CB Distillery, promo code NOSE, check out their CBD and Delta-9 products, and look, get yourself feeling a little better, get yourself balanced out. There's tons of health benefits to all of this shit, and use the thing that's both legal and comfortable in your location. Try it out, give it a shot. I'll let you know how it goes. I did this tincture today. I felt pretty good throughout the day. My energy was nice, but what was that? What was that?
It's edibles. Because you know how great I am on edibles, Nick.
Look, the only person who shouldn't be doing edibles is Yellow Flash right before a stream. That's the only person on earth who should be banned from edibles. He has like that 3-hour window, Flash. You cannot do edibles. And then other than that, it's fine. But yeah, I'll be like I said, I gotta get her input on the sleep stuff, because if I take a sleep gummy, it's like just normal. And I'll keep you posted on this. But if you're into this sort of alternative health things that come from CBD and THC, go check them out. They're really cool products, and you, like I said, they have stuff that'll fit whatever legality you're in, because not all places can get like Delta-9 and stuff like that. But give it a shot. Give it a shot. cbdistillery.com. Link is in the description. Let me read the last of the YouTube super chats, and then we will hit over to Rumble. And we got to talk about Women's History Month because Anna's here.
Oh, God.
I'm so excited to shit all up. Talk about women. God, I'm excited.
No, thank you.
Anna,
But
women are your favorite people, right?
You're a woman, Anna, kind of.
I don't want to hear about it. Wait, did you say kinda?
Yeah, kind of.
I know there's a height requirement that I don't really meet, but whatever.
Carazola says, hey, Nick, want to catch the whole stream, but I'm going to go live on Twitch, YouTube within an hour. I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream of Hogwarts Legacy as a VTuber for absolutely no reason in particular. Wish me luck. Oh, good. Get that grift.
Just
get it.
Just Carazola, just scream and play random noises like the entire time, and you'll have thousands of people.
It's like, oh no, Hogwarts.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oni-chan, I got to pray Hogwarts Legacy. Is that how that goes? Is that offensive enough? Oh, here's Shoulder Bro. Here we go. The chat's got it. I'll pull them up real quick. Fucking hell. Look, Camelot, you're gonna be fucking pissed at this guy.
It's so funny.
What the fuck?
That's how he looks in the t-shirt over
Look
here.
at his floop.
It's just like, oh God. It's like,
Damn, he found the cheat codes.
he
He
did.
really did.
He even got the flooper. His chest is just nipples.
He says, okay, do you get pussy? Not a lot, but I do. I follow the point of no return strategy. By the time the chick sees me shirtless, it's probably too late to back down, so they just go with it. They often look disappointed.
Oh,
That's like me, but it's when I take my underwear off.
I'm sorry.
Where's the
You know
rest
what was
of it?
funny was hearing that from someone else in your presence. That made me so happy.
Yeah, well, you know how it is.
But like,
sometimes.
no, it's just average.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
I'm sorry.
And then you took your pants off and confirmed it.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt says, Nick, I need a toast. Hours ago, I reconnected with a former shipmate of mine who we lost touch 10 years ago from thought problems. He just texted me out of the blue. He's doing great. We might see you in Philly. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Cheers. Cheers to reconnecting with old friends. The miracle of the internet and instant communication allows long-term absences to become very short-term fixes. I'm glad the thoughterly problems are resolved. And I hope you guys have a good time reconnecting and catching up on everything that's happened in the past fucking decade. Cheers
Hell
to you,
yeah.
brother.
That's what me and Dick. That's what me and Dick and Nick did over the weekend.
Exactly.
And our rendition of "Don't Stop Believing" on my locals is beautiful.
Mm.
That no one else has seen.
I met Dick at
It was good.
Christie's comedy show.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He's fun to hang around.
Hey, sorry, I didn't mean to disappear. I went
How
over
dare you?
Legal Vices wanted to chat, and now I realize my brain is like hot fire and I need sleep. But I figured I'd jump in just for a second because I never got a chance to say bye.
Well, sure, brother. Thank you for coming back. Guys, you got to check out DUI Guy on YouTube. Look, he issued an opinion earlier that made some people mad.
Oh,
you know
no.
what happens? You know what happens when people get mad? They get huffy. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe you had an opinion that I don't agree with. It's like, it's cool, man. It's fine. We could just have a difference of opinion on something.
What was your opinion?
About the judge and how much he sucked and how terrible he
Murdaugh
was.
case.
And you're not allowed. Yes, Judge Newman. Sorry. And apparently you're not allowed to have genuine opinions anymore. But anyway, I learned my lesson. Just you have to pick a horse. You have to pick a horse. Either be ready for the flack. Like your chat has been trolling me hardcore, by the way. Don't think I don't read that shit. I love every single one of you, and thank you for being real. Don't think that I'm not paying attention, because they just think like, oh my God, we're gonna fuck with DUI Guy. And I'm like, dude, bro, you think this is like my first time I'm just tired. If you want to fuck with me, go for it. But anyway, Judge Newman was just not the kind of judge that I think he should have been, as we said, you know, prosecutor in a robe and all that. And I called him out on it hardcore during my live feed, and people were just like, how dare you? And I'm just like, fuck you all, whatever. I'm gonna keep doing my thing.
Yeah, it's too bad. But thanks for coming on, man, and thanks for popping back after you pop over to Jeff. Have a good night, and we'll have to talk more soon, man.
100%, man. I still owe you a stream.
Oh, of course. I mean, you don't owe me anything, but
you know what I mean. I want to. I want to. That's the pay it forward. All right.
All right,
See you, Larry.
Peace.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.
All right, let's okay, so then we've got Corn Pop with a dumbbell. Thank you, Melissa. Happy birthday, Camelot. Get anything? Stay unbreaded. You get anything?
Didn't even realize it was my birthday until Jeff invited me on his stream. I haven't even talked to anybody or nothing.
Your mom
didn't
didn't call you?
No. No.
Does she hate you?
No, it's just
Did
I
the
guess
tornado get her?
I guess it's just I guess it's just not a thing. I don't know.
No, birthdays get weirder and weirder the older you get. And the less you need like clothes, like from something, like because you can't afford any. Like, oh God. They get weird. Now I'm just like, yeah, say hi to me, I guess, on Messenger, and then please, like, I'm busy. It's fine. I'll see you guys in like 3 months, and then we could just say happy birthday and be done with it. Whiskey 77, glad to see Camel Toe finally admitting it. Don't worry, there's a pill out now. Stay breaded, my friend.
Thank God.
Bradlin Zimmerman says, yo, Nick, your rant about government was on point. Hey, thank you. Griffcast IRL says, thanks for getting in touch. Sorry for saying you were a swinger and stuff. Well, I appreciate you getting back to me. This is Defango, by the way. I know it's you. And I've said my statement on all of that. But yeah, thanks for rehashing that. God damn it.
There's so
DEF CON.
much drama with all that. Like,
What was that?
there's so much drama. I saw like a bunch of posts,
Just a little bit.
and I'm just like, everyone's tagging me. I'm like, stop fucking tagging me in this shit. I don't want to know what's going on. And I saw the thing about like you and your wife, and I'm like, okay, even I know the real story behind that. Like, I'm just like, this is just drama to create drama. It's just so annoying.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. But hey, you know what? People come to the conclusions they want. You can't change them. That's the one realization that every content creator needs to have, is when someone comes up with an opinion about you, like trying to directly change it is impossible. You can just keep doing what you're doing, and and people will maybe change their minds, and they never will. But the other harsh reality is realizing that each person that gets mad at you and says, I don't like this thing, or right or wrong, like true or false, there's 8 billion other people. Like the amount of people that you will touch compared to the potential audience of YouTube is minuscule. The algorithm will not, like at any given time, the algorithm will not get you to everybody. So just keep doing what you're doing. You know, be who you are, and it's perfectly fine. People are not going to like you sometimes, and that's okay. It's okay.
You're gonna get that shit every day, and these people, for some reason, they think that you care. Luckily, people that tend to not care, like me and Nick, like, doesn't really affect you. Like, because you're like, oh well, I don't care, and they're like, and they usually get a little bit more mad. Like that one guy that like DM'd me and was saying he hopes I get shot in the face and shit. But
Oh my God.
that's as far as they usually go. So
Nicholas Cruiser says you started touching people. Started, brother. I've had trouble stopping.
that was our whole weekend. It was great.
It's like after my show, I was hugging everybody. I'm like, well, this will be a me too at some point. DEF CON says, hey, Nick and Camelot, can I get a drink for my car? My Crown Vic was stolen a few days ago. Police said it's unlikely I will get it back, sadly.
I don't have any. All I have is milk, man. All I have is milk sitting here that's warm.
Milk and
It's
Monster.
your birthday and you're not even drinking?
I can't drink on my diet except for.
He's got to get. He had his cheat week in Vegas, and now he's got to get back on that diet.
Yeah. Well, granted, I did throw up a lot the first day, so I didn't take any.
Wait. It's your birthday. It's a Friday night, which, you know, rarely happens.
I got to be on point tomorrow for the Gary stream.
Yeah.
You got to find some crack.
You better grift hard on that stream to make
Okay,
up.
I'm going to try.
I'll drink for both of us.
Every single person that is in here being like, oh, Cody, no one likes his birthday. Come tomorrow and drop like 5 Red Boys. There you go. Griftathon.
Bogey 34 says, who was the lady in the antlers, onesie, and red lights at the Vegas event with massive cans? They were at Matsuri as well, she and her husband. I cannot remember their names. I gave her husband the Baldo. That's who got the gifted Baldo, because he was the I was like, well, will anybody use no, not that guy.
Oh,
he's the older
old
guy.
Dude. The trucker.
Yeah, the older guy.
Yeah.
I was like, who wants this Baldo? He immediately, I'll use it. And I was like,
Oh my God.
How old are you, sir? Do your balls drag on the floor? He's like 64. I'm like, yep, they do. Here you go. Man.
Dude, I have a picture of that dude. Somebody cropped it. I posted it somewhere, and somebody cropped his face, and he looks so unhappy. Great picture of that man.
Wait, what is Brock? What are you talking about? Anyway, Helena. Hey, what's up, girl? Sent a highest sticker. Hi. It was really cool meeting Helena. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
Real Hydro PX says, is it your birthday, Camelot? Happy birthday, Wharf Forehead. Helene Queenie says, it was disturbing how quick they decided to find him guilty, even if it was the right decision. Yeah, 6 weeks of testimony, 45 minutes of deliberation.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I saw the notification that it was like the jury to deliberate, and then like I went and pooped, and then I had a notification. It was like Murdaugh found guilty, and I'm like, well, damn, that was fast.
Hayami says, did you hear that Ian Fleming's James Bond books were censored and edited in their recent reprints due to sensitivity of readers?
Yep.
Now the woke are removing words out of classics because racism. Dude, they took the N-word out of Tom Sawyer.
That's the best part.
Like they censored Little House on the Prairie because of the natives or whatever. Like, do you realize like that's the fucking Geronimo uprising where they just straight up like it happened right by where I live, within a couple miles. To be fair, Abraham Lincoln had promised money to some of the native tribes, and then the Civil War happened, and the money didn't get paid because they were busy fighting a civil war. But the natives didn't fucking care about the Civil War. They had an agreement. They were going to get some money or whatever, and it didn't come. So they just went and murdered a family. No big deal. And then they went and murdered another family. And that whole shit was crazy. But yeah, it's like, it's fucking hell. That shit got censored out of Little House on the Prairie. Like any references to Indians or whatever, Injuns. It's like, holy fuck, settle down. It's how people talk.
It's still on the show though. They haven't censored the show yet.
Bojangles says, DUI homo, I love you with your mouth open, baby. Anna's dry leather clam says, hello to the lovely Pog, that Star Wars girl.
Oh my God, is that Russell Hall?
I don't know.
I think it is. Well, Russell, stop being weird.
He did call you a pretty ass white girl. That's
She ain't even what.
PAWG, right? That's what that is. Pretty ass white girl.
I don't know.
I think so. Camelot, you're my expert on acronyms. Is that correct?
That sounds right to me. I don't really know.
Matt says, pump me up for pumping my missus. Baby number 4 just dropped 1st of March, same day as my grandma Saoirse, my grandma Saoirse Marigold Audrey. Our family is now complete. Make babies, be happy. Oh, brother, happy 4th baby. That's fucking cool.
That's a lot of babies, man.
Cheers, man. Very, very cool. Even though you're from New Zealand and I'm not allowed in your country, probably.
You're banned from New Zealand?
I'm guessing I will be at some point. Cheers, man. That's fucking awesome. Having babies is great.
Take the baby to the Hobbit village.
Just don't take your baby to Drag Queen Story Hour.
Please, God.
Kyan Rennell says, thanks for having a trans woman on the panel tonight. Oh, you're welcome. Broseph Josenbaum says, watch what you say about me, Camelot. I'll grape you. Russell Hall says, maybe you could have Anna on for Ass Wednesday. Grifty says, Nick, when's the Philly meetup? April 22nd is the show. Go to dick.live.show to buy tickets for the Philly meetup. Want to make sure I get it on the calendar. Also trying to get to Matsuri this year. And even if you don't buy tickets to the show, you should. It'll be funny. It's Dick Masterson. Who Are These Podcasts? I'm a special guest. There's a bunch of other guys who will be there. But even if you don't go to the show, there's a shit ton to do, like bar crawls that happen the night before, the night of, the night after, or after the show, and then the next day as well. So there's tons to do at Philly, tons of people to meet, hang out with, and drink with. Russell Hall says, Camelot needs to tour Thailand with Captain Chokeout. And he says, I thought I broke my dick once. Watch that dismount. Real Hydro PX says, I would bet money Camelot loves his German Shepherd like most females.
No, his penis is real little.
Do you,
weird,
do you spread peanut butter on your balls and have the dog lick it off?
Oh, well, that's a given, yeah.
It's not cheating because it's your dog.
Yeah, there's a song about it and everything.
There was that scene in Road Trip.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if any of y'all are thinking of doing watch parties, Pulp Fiction hit Amazon Prime this month.
Really? I love that.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely do it like Sunday. It's so, oh God, I love that fucking movie. Kyle Brokaw says, I dislocated my pinky while playing football. Weird feeling, definitely. Ryan Cannell sucks cock says, Nick, you should paint your car like the General Lee. Oh, geez. The only hesitation I have with painting my car in some unique way is that it's easily and obviously identifiable wherever you are. And that's a fucking problem. Venray Lal says, I broke and dislocated my wrist when I broke into the pool area of the apartment complex I grew up in. I was swinging off the bars that hold the shade tarps. My wrist was bent around like a snake. Oh, fuck that. Michelle says, where can I find info about Houston? I would assume animematsuri.com. I know they have an Eventbrite page for Anime Matsuri 2023. If you Google Anime Matsuri 2023, you'll find it.
I don't think they have their website up yet.
Okay, the Eventbrite ticket sales page is up. I know that it was being passed around my locals yesterday, like a kid at a drag show. Russell Hall says Gates McFadden has a naked snake for Anna. What did you think of Gates in Picard? Do you think she's aging well?
I mean,
I know you hate her, but
I don't hate her. They're all old. I don't know. We'll see when she actually starts doing stuff and like acting, I guess.
you don't hate her, but you just won't lick her vagina, right? Like
Exactly.
that's the limit.
Exactly.
I guess. Camelot, would you? Gates McFadden?
Yep.
There
100%.
you go. You pound it like a plunger in a clogged toilet?
Yep.
Royal Raptor says, remember when we win that these people hate us, that they want your country destroyed, you Minecrafted, and your kids raped, and they think it's funny. Quoting Sam Hyde. 200 Watt Studio says, Nick, do you have the Chris Chan version of Monster? Yes.
Oh, God.
Sejong the Great, Darth Thamarius, and Jeffrey Davidson, welcome to Paralegal Status for all of you. Mandy says, I feel bad for Sean. Is he okay? I think so. Alfarius Omicron says, they just got Pippa suspended on Twitter. Sejong the Great, my theory is that a money crime charge will deal immeasurable friendly fire for the state. They need this to hide discovery in the money crimes. Could be. Your theory could be right. Jessica Reloaded says, happy birthday, Cody. Dude, I'm thinking of doing a full-on Women's History Month like we did with Black History Month, where we just invite like several women on the show, just you and me and a bunch of women. And Jessica Reloaded, a.k.a. the YouTube's Mia Khalifa, is on the list.
That sounds good.
John Beard, welcome to Lawyer Status. Squizgar says, I was told you read locals chats. I was lied to. No, I read them. I read them in the same. God damn it. Jabradel says, wait a minute. I don't think I was the one that smelled bad. I showered just before I came to the show. I don't want this slander. What do you got to say to that, Camelot? I mean, you may have showered, but did you make stomach pancakes right after you showered?
Deodorant. You can shower and not put on deodorant and you smell like a fire.
Or maybe your clothes are the ones that smell.
Or maybe it's balls. You got to wash under the balls.
Fifi Gigantor. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
How dare you?
What?
He spoke over me.
You don't wash under the balls?
During Women's History Month, I spoke over you. Yeah, Anna, tell us how to clean under the balls.
I don't know. I've never had to do that.
What? You've never helped Peaches with some personal grooming? Like he's drunk taking a shower and he's like, look, I need help shaving my butthole. That's never happened?
I don't think he's ever taken a shower when he's drunk, at least not with me. He doesn't get drunk very often, but
okay, maybe he's sober in the shower. Doesn't he say shave my butthole because my arms don't reach there?
No, I like hairy men, so I'm fine with it.
Man, I've had random Tinder girls like while I was drunk, like bathe me in the bathtub like a baby.
Oh.
And I didn't even know these girls. They took care of me, man.
Good for you.
I cannot believe you've never shaved his butthole. Very offensive.
I have no desire to shave anyone's butthole, but I've had to shave my cat's assholes because the poop gets all stuck on it.
Anna, for a long-lasting relationship, you got to go above and beyond.
I do go above and beyond in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So the butthole isn't shaved, but the finger goes in it. Got it. The worst cat butt story I have is Lady Rackets and I had just gotten married, and we had this little kitten. It was super cute, and we were staying at her dad's house.
Oh no!
And we brought the kitten with us because it was tiny, and we didn't have anyone to watch it or anything like that. And we're sleeping, and her dad's didn't have like a bed frame in the room. We just had a mattress on the floor, and so I'm laying down. And I wake up in the middle of the night because this cat is just like a fucking whirlwind through the room. In the room, we didn't know there was a garbage can with dental floss in it. And so this little kitten had eaten the dental floss and then it had shit. But the dental floss made a little water skier out of this little turd that was stuck to it. And the floss was still in the cat's butt. And it's running around the room trying to get that shit out of it. And I wake up, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I have to grab this fucking cat and pull dental floss out of it like a fucking Woody doll. It's so gross. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Ew.
No, Fifi, I got you. I got you. Fifi says anti-fat shaming needed. I need to bulk up. I need a bulk up shaming. Fifi. Like, I know you're trying to be skinny. I know it's chic and cool to be thin, but you do have to live. I mean, unless you don't merit living, but I think you do. So what I'm going to need you to do is shove your face into a bowl of cream of wheat full of sugar and butter. Like, get some fucking carbs inside of you, girl. Get some fat on those bones. You need that fat to make that booty round and to make those breasts soft. Get it. Start eating a little bit. Eat sensibly. If you get fat, I will be fucking destroying you. But we know you need to be warm for the winter. And we need you to be warm for the air conditioning. It was great meeting you in Vegas. Eat a little bit. You're going to be fine. You're going to be okay. And actually, I think Camelot can attest to this. Starvation as a practice doesn't actually work very well. You've got to eat even to maintain good weight or to maintain weight loss. You just have to eat strategically and consistently. So go get it, girl. Brock says, can't wait for you to not read this, just like my last $15 super chat I could never find in your VOD. Okay. Sure. Holy shit. Frank Lee, I missed this one. It says, I heard Legal Bites paid for Larry and James to be at the Murdaugh trial. Can you confirm? Jessica Reloaded says, happy birthday, Cody.
Thank you.
Mike Sullivan says, one beautiful rose among a bunch of thorns. Oh, I think he's talking about you. Camelot. Russell
Good.
Hall says, stop confusing me with dry leathery clam, Anna. And he also says,
something you would say, Russell.
My favorite part of Pulp Fiction is the Cecil cameo. Doug Murray says, Camelot, more like prolapsed. Russell Hall says, Gates McFadden would settle for Anna eating her butt. Oh, eating her butt. Okay, yeah. 200 Watt Studio says, Gates is to Anna like a Grand Slam breakfast to Denny's.
Oh my God.
Eric V says, for Women's History Month, when you get over to Rumble, review the Hershey's commercial, then Daily Wire's response commercial selling she, her, and he, him chocolate bars. Anna's Dry Leather Clam says, what's wrong with a brother-sister shower, Anna?
Oh my God.
Look, it's a small island.
We have those here.
Degenerates.
Russell, you know what's funny is like for all of the shit that Alabama gets, like all of the liberal states allow cousin marrying.
Yep.
Like they're the most common ones. California and all the states in the Northeast are like, yeah, fuck your cousins, it's fine. Russell Hall says, did Anna seriously just say it must be hard being a boy because of hygiene requirements? FYI, most women spend way more time managing their hygiene.
I know, but I could never imagine like having to like lift up your balls and have to wash them. Like, boys,
you think it's hard to wash under your balls? Like, do you think that's difficult?
They don't weigh a lot.
Like, I think about how stinky boys can get, and I'm like, gosh, you guys must have to be cleaning yourselves all the time.
No, not at all. Actually,
no, not really. No. Like just once a day, like normal.
Yeah.
Like you just when you're in the shower, you just go like this.
Have, like more stuff that can sweat, and it's like in weird areas.
You like a little bit of that ball smell, though, yeah.
I don't know. Peaches always smells good.
Just a little ball, like just.
You gotta have a bit of ball smell.
You gotta have a little bit, or else you wouldn't get sloppy.
Don't even talk to me with the fucking festering taco propensity of women. Like, come on.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I could never be a lesbian.
There's a pair of balls hanging there between your legs. It's like, yeah, there's a fucking axe wound between yours. Let's not get into this fight here, because dear Christ, you can smell women in an elevator sometimes. Jesus.
Oh God.
Russell Hall says, also shave your butthole, for crying out loud. Almanac 13 says, I know 2 couples in California. Dads are brothers, moms, sisters, kids are cousins and married each other. Fucking gross. Lol. Wow. All right, guys. That's it for YouTube. We're going to move over to Rumble. The Rumble link is in the description on YouTube. And there we'll go on for a little bit with the degeneracy and the memes and the conversation. So thanks for hanging out with us on YouTube. Check out all of my guests, Camelot, Star Wars Girl, and Potentially Criminal, on YouTube and Rumble, if they have it. You guys all have Rumbles, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So check them all out on every platform. Follow them, subscribe to them, stalk them in the best ways. And we'll see you guys over there. Thanks for joining us tonight. Peace. Peace.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen,